From Texas Stadium, it's the Class 4A Division II regional semifinals between Pampa and Stephenville. Pampa coming in at 10-2, Stephenville at 11-1. What a contrast in styles this game will be. Pampa loves to run, Stephenville loves to pass. We'll have all the action for you coming right up.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Hi, I'm Tim with Greenmaker Nursery. No landscaping job is too small or too big. From bedding plants to trees and shrubs, we can make your home more beautiful. Stop by or give us a call.
Parenting is a constant learning process. What you have to do is prioritize.
Back in '88, Earl wanted to retire, spend more time with Tiger.
But Dad taught me.
I met an American Express financial advisor. Dave is a personal friend of mine to this day. We trust each other because we got a track record.
It's about making smarter decisions.
And that's when dreams can happen.
Call today to find out how we can help you reach your dreams.
This game was delayed because of the triple overtime game, and that was a very antsy Coach Browse and the rest of their staff. They wanted to get this one underway, and they did not like sitting around. We're about to have the opening toss as Steve Ross is with the official referee as they go to the middle of the field. Evett, Parks, and Gunn are the captains for Stevenville. As far as Johnny, the captains for Pampa, I see Rourke, the quarterback. Also for them is Jeremy Miller, and listen in to Steve Ross.
All right, Boots, we're just about ready for the opening coin toss. The captains are changing hands.
12 is going to call the coin toss. There's a head, there's a tail. Call it while it's in the air. Call it loud enough so we can all hear you. If I drop it, we'll start over. Tails. You're call tail. That's what it is. You can have your option now at the start of the second half. We want the ball. You want the decision now. You want the football. Which one you want to kick?
And you heard it right there. Evett made the call. Tails. It was tails. Stephenville wants the football. Stephenville will begin with the ball.
And nice that the ref got it right.
Well, you know, if you watched yesterday, I think the bus said tails.
He did.
And the referee said, no, you said heads. The explanation after the game I saw at a press conference, he went to the Pittsburgh coaching staff to the referee and said the bus said tails heads. And so I went with the first thing he said.
Yeah, or the other way around.
Sure, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Heads, tails.
Yeah.
So Stephenville will begin with the football.
Stephenville's high-powered offense gets the start, Boots, averaging 556 yards a game, scoring about 47 points a game. Kellen Luker comes into this game, 3,420 yards passing. That is just crazy.
To tell you how prolific this offense is for Stephenville, if Stephenville can run the gamut, can go this game and 3 more to get the state championship game, Stephenville will totally annihilate the national record for most yardage in a single season. They are on pace to be somewhere around 83 to 8,400 yards. That would be a national high school record.
And to put it in perspective, how many points they're scoring, And 93 state championship team through this many games had scored 530. The 94 team had scored 547. This 98 team through the same amount of games, 563 points.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Back deep for the Jackets. In the middle of the field, it is Hunter. Briles on the far side. To the near side it is Cardwell. Evatt will be in the middle. We are a long ways from the field. It may take us a little bit to get the call on the number. Getting set to kick off for the Harvesters, and they are away. The kick is by Barnes. A high end over end kick is taken at 25 by Gunn. He gets to the 30. The short kick does not allow the Jackets to set up the starburst, but they will start out in pretty good field position at the 30. First and 10 just underway here in the Nations Bank first quarter. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott, glad to have you along from Texas Stadium, Stephenville High School, and Pampa High School in the Class 4A, Region 1, Division 2, Regional Semifinal game.
You said a mouthful, brother.
Oh.
That tackle made by a sophomore, and that was number 11, Armando Tarango, 125-pound defensive back.
Great name.
Yes, it is.
Stevenville comes up to the line. Split receivers both sides, I formation. Now the tailback is Hunter. He comes in motion to the near side. Throwing on the flats for Hunter. Tries to get to the corner. He'll make one-man miss. 35, Hunter to the 40, out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 12-yard pickup on the first play. Luker to Hunter on the quick hitter. Hunter was the man in motion.
Eric Greer, the man that finally ran him out of bounds, the strong safety, but like you said, Hunter made one man miss, and that was all Zach Hunter, just the quick pass out to the man in motion.
The man he made miss was Randy Burklow, 5'7", 160 pounds. Straight drop for Luker, looking to throw. Throwing the deep ball, far on the outside, has Evatt just through his hands at the 20. If he holds on to the football, he's in full stride, and he scores. All for naught, it sets up second down.
Good thing there wasn't any interference because the official fell down at the 26-yard line.
Right where his cap still is right now.
Boots, he saw Evatt break it open, and he tried to break, and, well, he just couldn't quite. He doesn't have quite the legs he used to. Boy, that was a beautiful pass and a great route. Just unable to hold on to it was Evatt.
Trips to the far side, one receiver in the near side. Luker is in shotgun with Hunter standing next to him. Luker looks to the sideline, gets the play. He now audibilizes at the line of scrimmage. Snap back to Luker, low but handled. Giving the ball to Hunter, he's in a lot of trouble. He'll be stacked up behind the line. That play was in trouble from the get-go, a loss of 4. Making the tackle, the outside defensive end for Pampa, 78 Brandon Hill, senior, 6'2", 230-pounder.
Yeah, that was a ball that just scooted on the carpet from Van Adam and Kellen, and that's a timing play, obviously, and it, as are most of the Stephenville plays, and that disrupted them just a little bit.
3rd and 14 for the Jackets. They were 1 out of 11 last week, but 5 for 5 on 4th down conversions. Luker is in shotgun, trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Luker rolling to the far side, setting up. Has Evatt downfield just over his head. And that maybe shows a little bit either of a Kellen Luker too pumped or the crown taking an effect like we talked about.
Yeah, it might be. Well, they put themselves in a hole when, he missed on the first down, which would have been 6. And then the loss of 4 on 2nd down.
The Jackets have had open receivers. It's not a matter of the offense not being there, just not quite working out for Stevenville. Now Evatt getting set to punt. He stands at his own 25. Getting ready for the snap. It is a good one, and the kick is away. Spiraling kick that will be taken by Rourke at the 25, up to the 30, at the 33-yard line, and he is hammered right there. Justin Rourke, the quarterback, on the return after the 36-yard kick. He returns the ball about 8 to 9 yards, and that's where the Harvesters will begin. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Well, and sometimes, Boots, in a game like this, it takes that one play. It takes that one play to that one series to kind of get your jitters out in the emotion.
Last week, Stephenville scored 35 points in the opening half, and Kellen Luker on his first series went 0 for 3. Pampa comes up to the line under center. Justin Rourke, the quarterback, one back behind him. 3 wingbacks set to the far side. Now 2 of those wingbacks come in motion to the near side. It's a 3 wingback set on this side now. Back to the near side. In some trouble, Rourke. He's almost pulled down by Clayton. He's trying to escape. He's hit at the 33-yard line. Justin Rourke did a magical job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10, and big Clayton Harmon, the 6'6", 275-pound sophomore, almost had himself a big quarterback sack for loss.
Oh, he'd have had him way back at the 25-yard line. Man, he just plowed over his guy, Boots, and That's a formation, when I watched them on film this week up at the coach's office, that they run quite a bit, and you'd think they'd pass out of that, but every time I saw it, they ran out of that formation.
Officially 1 yard on the gain. It sets up now 2nd down and 9. 10-14 and counting in the Nations Bank. First quarter 0-0. Pampa's first time on offense. Motion to the far side. Pampa setting up. Deep drop for Rourke. Throwing the deep ball. Upfield. It's up and it's caught and then dropped. Oh, the Jackets caught a break there as Ryan Harris was one step behind Armando Tarango, the sophomore, and he could not hold on to the ball at the 30-yard line. If he makes the catch, he doesn't go any farther because Harris has got him around the legs. But a drop pass still brings the ball back.
Good thing about that play for the Yellow Jackets is Tarango outran the pass. I mean, he had to put too much air under boots. They go 40 yards in the air, and that's a little more than the quarterback Rourke's able to do.
2 receivers to the far side, 2 backs behind Rourke. Now they shift the tackle over the left side. I formation once again. Now the split receiver on the far side comes back in motion. They remain in I formation. Handoff over the left side, getting to the 36, to the 37, to the 38-yard line. Stacked up a gain of about 5 on that play.
I know all these players are fired up, but number 66 is jacked up. He's ready to play. He chased that one all the way from the backside boots, Clayton Harmon, and McCormick and also Hodges in there to make the tackle, but Clayton was just loping through there.
Eric Greer, the fullback, was the man that took the handoff over left tackle for the 5 yards. It sets up 4th down and 4, and Pampa gets set to punt. Back to kick is Justin Barnes. Back deep for the Jackets, Briles and Cardwell. Barnes awaits the snap. Back to him. It is a good one. Kick is away. Spiraling kick that will be taken at the 26-yard line by Briles. Trying to come to the near side. Gets to the outside. It makes a move. 30, 35. Runs out of bounds at the, well, they say stepped out at the 33. Briles was trying to walk the tightrope. 37 yards on the kick and about 7 on the return. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 33-yard line. 9:08 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stevenville 0. The Harvesters of Pampa 0. Glad to have you along for Class 4A Region 1 high school football.
Well, Boots, now you can say, all right, now we've, 3 and out, we've traded punts, about the same field position as they had when they punted it. All right, now, guys, we got all that out of our system. Let's go play Stevenville football.
Luker is under center, 2 backs behind him. Split receivers to both sides. Now the tailback comes in motion to the near side. That is Evan. Inside trap, handoff to Cardwell. Cardwell finds a seam, gets to about the 39-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 6. It'll set up now 2nd down and 4 on the wingback inside trap.
You know, the week leading up to the Andrews game, how sick the defense was about hearing about number 21. How do you think Pampa feels about hearing about number 25 all week?
I think they've seen a lot of film of him, too, I'm guessing.
I think you're right. After all that he did last week, 5 touchdowns, 270 all-purpose yards.
4 of those on receiving, 1 of those on a kickoff return. Luker is in shotgun with 2 backs standing next to him. Giving straight ahead to Hunter. Hunter will be stacked up for about a 3-yard loss. Hunter has now tried to take the handoff out of shotgun formation from Luker twice, and that has gone for about a -7 yards on those 2 plays combined.
Well, and unfortunately, the Stevenville offensive play was to go to the left of the offense. Now the Harvesters ran a slant to the right, and they just ran right into the defense. That was just a lucky defensive call there.
It is now 3rd down and 7 for the Jackets. 2 receivers to the far side.
Every once in a while you get those on defense, don't you?
Double tight end look. Luker under center, wingback as well. Straight drop for Luker, looking to throw, still looking. He's in some trouble. He'll be sacked all the way back at the 25-yard line. Luker did not look around when he tried to flush the pocket to the far side, and he gets hammered on the sack. Picking up the sack for the Harvesters,
Brandon Hill.
Number 78, the man that made the big stop earlier, so it sets up now 4th down and about 19. Jackets not looking good here in the early going as Evatt has to get set up to punt. Back deep is Rourke for the Harvesters. The punt is away. It's almost blocked. Spiraling kick that will hit at the 45 to the 40, down to the 35. Almost hits a Harvester, rolls down to the 33-yard line, and that's where it will become dead. J.J. Rourke, number 9, the ball almost went off his shin at about the 40. He skips out of the way of it. The ball rolls to the 33, and that's where Pampa will begin 1st and 10 after the Evatt 41-yard punt.
Well, I thought we was going to pick one up cheap there, Boots. You know, their coaches are going, hey, don't be near that ball, especially on this turf when it's bouncing.
And you've got to think that J.J. Rourke, as a sophomore, is either cousin or younger brother of the starting quarterback, Justin Rourke, the senior. Rourke under center, 2 backs behind him, split receivers to both sides, a tight end look on the far left side. Now the tight end shifts to the near side, and one of the backs, that is Johnson, goes to the left wing back. Inside trap, handoff, no gain, then squirts forward for about 1.
Great defensive call there, Boots, as Mercer was shooting through the gap along with Monk and Parks.
Eric Greer is the running back on the play.
That play was almost, could have been a fumble as the Jackets defense was in the backfield right at the time the handoff was made.
6:49 and counting here in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stevenville 0, Pampa 0. Stevenville has had 2 series. This is the second series for the Harvesters. Rourke under center, 1 back behind him. That is Greer. Running the option to the near side. Check that. It is a straight dive give by Rourke, the quarterback. He was carrying out the option, thought he had kept it. He had not. He had given the ball only for about a 3-yard gain. It will set up 3rd down and 7 for the Harvesters. Once again, Greer was the man taking the handoff. 3rd and 7 for the Harvesters. And John, I think this fits right into what Pampa wants to do. They want a ball control offense, they want the clock to run quickly, and they want to keep the Stevenville offense off the field. So far, they've been very successful.
Watch for them to go outside here, Boots.
I formation for Pampa. Rourke is under center, 2 backs behind him. Throwing across the middle slant, it's caught for a 1st down. The ball is at the 47-yard line. The fake pitch to the near side, and then Rourke on a quick pass to his outside receiver, Joel Barker, on the slant pattern, right in front of Brady Gunn on the play. So it sets up a 1st down for the Harvesters, 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that's the first down in the game for either team, so Harvesters trying to get across midfield now.
Well, I think Hunter on his first pass
that's right,
had a 1st down, so they're even at 1 point. But your point is well taken that there have only been 2 1st downs in this ball game, 5:42 and counting in the first quarter. Under center again is Rourke. Jacket defense jumps, flags are down, free play. There is a stack up, and Stevenville comes away with the football. But they'll say his forward progress does Greer go for a loss of about a yard, but I think Jackets, the interior defensive line, jumped.
Looked like the tackles jumped. Oh,
they're going to give Stevenville the football. How is this? There's still a flag on the field. They're going to call illegal motion against Pampa, and they're going to say that is declined, and Stevenville will take over the football. Unless the near side judge, it is offsides against Pampa. It is declined. And it's Stevenville football. That is so unusual for that play to not be ruled dead if it was illegal motion before the snap.
There is no offsides offense.
That's what the referee called. He said offsides against Pampa. How can you have that on offense and not blow it dead?
He blew the call.
I think so. I think that this is his problem, and he has got to go to Stevenville and say it was offsides against Stevenville, and the ball has got to go back over.
Sorry, Coach, I blew it. I got to tell you about it.
They're still discussing it right now. This is going to get ugly because the Stevenville offense is already out on the field, and so is the Pampa defense. They may have to flip-flop here as the referees are still discussing this.
They blew it. It should be Pampa's ball.
It's going to be illegal motion against Pampa, declined. He got it correct. It was not offsides. It was illegal motion at the point of the snap, and that is correct now.
But they never really whistled like Stevenville had like there was a fumble.
I think they were just so surprised that Stevenville coming out of the pile with the football.
Well, here's the break Stevenville needed early, Boots. 1st and 10
at the Pampa 47. Luker's in shotgun. Trips to the near side. Twins to the far side. Snap back to Luker, setting up, stepping up in the pocket. Lots of time, and now flags come down.
Combs left early.
Maybe Combs, the slot receiver, and the trips on the near side went upfield a little bit quick. Illegal motion against Stevenville. It was the dead ball variety compared to the last play that was at the snap.
Well, and that's just a case of probably not being able to hear the signal caller down there.
It is loud here at Texas Stadium, and especially the Can fans have made themselves known. 5:32 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. 0-0 our score. It's been a game that's been kind of choppy. It's been hard for either team to get any momentum going right now. So it's 1st and 15 for Stevenville. Luker in shotgun, same formation. Snap back to him, throwing the quick pass out to Evitt. Evitt coming to the near side, steps up, gets a block down to the 45-yard line. A pickup of 7 on the play on the quick down the line of scrimmage wide receiver screen.
And that block you mentioned was by A.B. Combs, Boots, on number 30 for the Harvesters, Chris Davis. And boy, he just drove him to the ground, and Davis with his palms up toward the heavens like, what'd I do?
I just got annihilated there.
I'm blocking you, son. That's what you did.
Twins to the near side, trips to the far side. Once again, Looker is in shotgun. He audibilizes at the line of scrimmage. No huddle offense. Snap back. Looker on a straight drop. Finds a seam. 40, 35, 30 on the quarterback draw. Gets down to the 25. He fumbles the ball. But I think a Stevenville offensive lineman got on it at the 24-yard line. Stevenville did get on the football, and Robert Lilly, trailing the play, 74, jumped on the ball after Looker fumbled at the 25. Stevenville keeps possession at the 23-yard line of the Harvesters.
Oh, man. Kellen Looker, hang on to that football, son. That's 2 fumbles in the game, one for each team. Fortunately for the Jackets, it didn't lead to a turnover.
Kellen Looker in the last few weeks has been running the football a lot more. Very successful right there. Trips to the far side, twins to the near side. Looker is in shotgun. He audibilizes. Snap back, setting up in the pocket. Looking, this quick slant to Carville. The ball is behind him, overthrown. Incomplete pass, but a flag is down on the far sideline at the line of scrimmage. Let's wait and see. Side judge is discussing with the referee. Still no signal yet. This is a lot of discussion going on between the officials here early on in this ballgame. This officiating crew is out of Abilene, Texas. It is illegal shift against Stephenville.
Yeah, boy, we see a lot of those. There's another penalty. That's something that Stevenville has got to eliminate in the playoffs, Boots. It's been bad the last couple of weeks, but fortunately for them, they've been able to score a lot of points to overcome it. There comes a point when you can't do that every week.
I believe Pampa did decline. It sets up second down and 10 for Stevenville. Got to question that.
Man, no kidding.
Second and 10 for the Jackets. They send 4 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Split by himself is Steed on the far side. Looker is under center. Snap back, throwing out in the flats. It's Carville. He gets a couple blocks. 20, down to the 15, to the 10. He gets to the 9 before he's tackled. First and goal to go for the Jackets at the Pampa Harvester 9-yard line. The completion from Looker to Gardwell will go 14 yards. Stevenville first and 10 at the 9.
Well, that was you could see that coming, that Cody was going to be the go-to guy there, and they had that wall set up for it. That's the great thing about this Stevenville offense. Your receivers have to block, and they block so well with this offense.
There was 4 receivers to that side. 3 of the receivers were blocking. 1 was just Cardwell on the quick slant. Pitch to the far side, Hunter. Hunter looking to cut up. He's in lots of trouble. Flags are down. Makes a move, gets back to the 11-yard line as he was all the way back at the 15. He actually gets to the 12. Flags down on the play. This is in the area of holding. It is holding against Stevenville, and I'm sure they'll take this one.
Oh, yeah, because you get them back
outside the 20.
Yeah. Man, that's tough.
Boy, Stevenville has tried to run Hunter on 3 consecutive plays, and it has gone for negative yardage each time.
Just good pursuit by the defense of the Harvesters. You know, we knew they were strong up front, and indeed they are.
Well, they'll spot the ball. They'll march it off from where?
From the spot of the foul.
Which was the 10-yard line, was it?
Yeah, I believe that's where the flag was lying.
All right, so Hunter on the play will be credited with a -1 on the carry, and then 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. Is that not the way that works?
No, because they took the penalty. No carry.
Quads to the far side, 1 receiver near side. Looker throwing the deep fade pattern for Steed up in the corner. Caught. Is he in? Touchdown! Just got a foot in on the deep fade to the near side. Casey Steed on the beautiful pattern from Looker. Stevenville strikes first, 6-0. 3:56 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. PAT is upcoming.
I think I said it on the play.
Did he get his foot in?
I don't think he did. That's what I said. Was he in?
I was looking for Steve to get his big 6'4", size 13 shoe in, and I didn't see it in.
I thought the left foot came down before the right foot, and the left foot would have been out of bounds.
Who?
I don't know. I wasn't looking through the binoculars.
We'll take it, though, as J.W. Bourne gets set. Keel with the snap. Steed awaits the hole. Snap back. Hold down. J.W. Bourne's kick is up, and it is good. With 3:56 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter, our score. Stevenville 7, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The single most important step in building any investment plan is getting started. If you have any questions about how to start or build an effective investment program, ask the investment representatives at Investment Centers of America. Whether you're thinking about an IRA, a small business plan, a retirement plan, or some financial issue, Investment Centers of America can help you find what fits you best. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you. GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty. On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. Stevenville leading 7-0. John, that last scoring drive.
6 plays, 47 yards, only took a minute and 38 seconds that after the fumble, of course. Luker to Steed for the 20-yard pass, make it 19. PAT good, it's 7-0.
J.W. Boren with the high pooch kick to the far sideline, lands at the 15, brought up to the 20, to the 26, to the 27-yard line, and that's where Pampa will begin first and 10. We'll wait till they unpile, returning the ball for the Harvesters. Number 4, that's Jared Bowles. He is the starting cornerback as well for Pampa. First and 10 for the Harvesters. Where will they bring the ball out and spot? It looked like at the 20. Well, they'll spot him all the way out to the 31-yard line now.
That last score in Summary Boots brought to you by Wendell Gideon of B&W Auto Sales on the East-South Loop.
3:47 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stevenville 7, Pampa nothing. Here from Texas Stadium. Third round of the playoffs in Division II for Class 4A in Region 1. After this play, we'll go down to Steve Ross on the sideline. It is now Rourke under center with Greer and Johnson standing behind him. One receiver far side, double tight end look for the Harvesters. Handoff over the left side. Check that. It is a keeper from Rourke. Rourke in all kinds of trouble. He gets out to the 40-yard line, though. Boy, Rourke, a hard man to bring down because he's so herky-jerky running around.
They couldn't find him. They lost him in the shuttle.
Let's go to Steve Ross on the sideline. Steve, what's the attitude right now?
Bootsy's Cat fans are doing their job, and it's as loud down here on the Texas Stadium floor as any game I've seen all year. Now, it'll be interesting to watch the cable replay of that touchdown catch. It's going to be an interesting play to watch.
There is a timeout on the field. We'll come back to Steve Ross after the timeout. 7-0 Stevenville. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The purpose of the SABC is to provide financial and moral support to the boys and girls athletic programs throughout junior high and high school. The money we raise helps the Stephenville Independent School District with the increasing expenses of athletics and the equipment that is necessary so that all students have an opportunity to participate. Membership also provides a way for parents and supporters to become involved in the building of the great spirit for which Stephenville athletics is known. It takes a lot of involvement to accomplish all that we would like, and we need you. Offering Stephenville's largest selection of colors and styles, Danny's House of Carpet covers all of your flooring needs. Besides our wide selection, our friendly, knowledgeable staff can help you with anything from carpet and ceramic tile flooring to custom drapes, bedspreads, and professional installation. Serving the Stephenville area for 26 years and counting, come by Danny's House of Carpets at 1670 South Loop for all of your decorating needs.
And welcome back. After the timeout, it sets up second down and 5 for the Harvesters. One back in the backfield as Rourke looks to throw out in the flats. Has his receiver. The ball is dropped. Curtis Johnson was split to the near sideline. He had enough for the first down, but he can't hold on to the football. It sets up 3rd down and 1. We'll go back to Steve Ross and the point he was trying to make before we went to the timeout.
Well, the point I was trying to make was it was just real hard to see if KCC got both feet down in bounds. My view was blocked just a little bit, but if he did, it was one of the greatest catches ever.
All right, thank you, Steve.
That's what I was thinking myself, but we'll take them, brother.
3rd down and 1 for the Harvesters. They've got to get almost to the 41. I formation. Now they'll shift out of that with the tailback Johnson going out a wing on the right side. Inside trap handoff to Greer. Greer gets forward to about the 43-yard line. Check it, Thomas Long in the game now. Long goes forward for 3 yards and picks up the first down. That is the backup fullback that started in the first week of the playoffs in Bi-District versus Friendship. Last week, Eric Greer got to start at fullback, so we were seeing both of these players getting some split time.
You know, Boots, they've already thrown the ball more than they have in a lot of games. 1 for 3 for 11 yards. It's a team that only averages 56 yards passing a game.
Well, and they've tried to throw on several other times, but Rourke has been flushed from the pocket. I formation. Running the option to the near side. Rourke in trouble. He pitches out. Johnson takes the pitch across midfield, 45, knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line of Stevenville. Running the option to perfection was Rourke. When the end came up and hit him, he pitched out to Johnson. There was no containment. And now the Jacket defensive coaching staff really talking to the Stevenville secondary on who had pitch responsibility because it was not covered on that play.
Yeah, Clayton Harmon did his job. He took the dive man and he took the quarterback. And he, like you said, he didn't have any outside help from the secondary. Good gain there for the Harvesters.
1st and 10 for Pampa at the Stephenville 39-yard line. 2 receivers far side. Tight end look on that same side. I formation behind Rourke. Greer is the fullback. Johnson comes in motion, the tailback. Now Rourke wants a timeout. We'll take one with him. 7-0. Stevenville up. 2:43 in the Nations Bank. First quarter. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
The difference between parents and children is that children are the ones without a care in the world. Keeping them carefree and protected is the reason you get life insurance for yourself. And when you call your State Farm agent, you'll get life insurance from a company that has always received the highest possible ratings for financial strength. So call today and help make sure that your kids will get to be kids for just as long as they please. State Farm understands life.
Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville. There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville.
Are you troubled by strange noises under your car? Do you experience feelings of dread in your drive shaft? Have you or any of your family suspected a spook, specter, or ghost in your machine? If the answer is yes, then don't wait another minute. Call the professionals. We're ready to believe you. Our courteous and efficient staff will take care of you whether you need new tires, struts, brakes, front end alignment, or just a spark in your spook. Trans Texas Tire. We're ready to believe you.
Welcome back to action. Greer takes the handoff over left tackle. He gets down to about the 34-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play, setting up 2nd and 5 for the Harvesters.
Well, that's 2 quick timeouts they've had to use here in the first quarter to do the Harvesters, Boots, and that time the play clock was just running down on them. And we have some scores to pass along to you. Highland Park defeated Colleyville Heritage here earlier, 28-16. Another 4A action down in Region 3. Lamarck and Dayton, we don't have the score. Lamarck won. The other side of that bracket, Silsbee wins again. 28-7 over El Campo.
The former roommate of Art Briles in college. Handoff left tackle. It is Johnson. Johnson goes forward for about a yard. That is it. It sets up 3rd and 4 now for Pampa. Big 3rd down coming up for the Jacket defense as the time in the first quarter coming away. 150 and counting in the Nations Bank first quarter. Stevenville 7, Pampa nothing.
Boots, the last time they had the ball on first down and second down, they ran the exact same plays right up the middle. Then on third down, they rolled the quarterback out and tried to throw out into the flat. We'll see if they go back to that again or something outside. Maybe run that option again.
Third down and 4 for Pampa. I formation behind Rourke. Split receivers both sides. A tight end on the near side is Barnes. Rourke, play action. Throwing out in the flats. Has a receiver. It's up for grabs and it's incomplete. And Gunn turned at the last second to look up at the receiver. I believe it was Barker. Barker was the intended receiver on the deep fade pattern about 10 to 15 yards downfield. Gunn looks at the last second, turns around, gets his hand up into the face of Barker, knocks the ball away, sets up 4th down and 4.
I think you go for it if you run that play on third down.
Well, it's a 50-yard field goal, and I didn't see the Pampa kicker before the game, but there are very few kickers in high school that have got that kind of leg. J.W. Boren, we've seen him have the ability, but Pampa does go for it. 4th and 4, the ball at the 33-yard line of Stevenville. They need to get to the 29. I formation, Rourke under center, running the option to the near side. He's pitching, the ball is loose on the ground, back at the 40, and that play was disrupted because Clayton Harmon, the 6'6", 275-pound sophomore, grabbed Rourke with his big paw and threw him down when he tried to pitch the ball. Johnson could not get back on it. He finally did at the 40, a big loss, and Stevenville takes over on downs at their own 40-yard line.
The thing that screwed that play up for him, Boots, is Rourke fumbled the snap for just a second, and that was all Harmon needed. And as you said, he just reached in there, that big paw, and threw him to the ground.
So with 1:13 to go in the Nations Bank first quarter, another turnover, this one over on downs to Stephenville. 1st and 10 at their own 40. Luker is under center. Play action. Luker rolling out. Has got a lot of open territory, but he throws the deep ball. Has Cardwell, 20, to the 15, 10, knocked off his feet at the 6-yard line. The big connection from Luker to Cardwell will go 50, 4 yards, and Stephenville has 1st and goal at the Harvester 6.
Kellen just kind of tripped over the carpet at about the 20, or he scores easily. Did you see the block by Lilly? That's what set that up. Luker had all day. I mean, Lilly just smashed the guy coming in.
It was one of those blocks where he spins around the outside of the end, and when the end tries to pursue the quarterback, he's waiting out of his blind side and absolutely obliterated him.
Well, he's not blind now because he's seeing stars, brother.
It's 1st and goal to go for the Jackets at the Pampa 6. Stevenville up 7-0, 50 seconds and counting in the Nations Bank first quarter. Luker under center sends his tailback. That is Evett in motion to the near sideline. Straight ahead give to Ferrasis. Ferrasis down to the 3. He tries to run into the end zone, but they'll say when he was rolling over a Harvester, his knee did hit. Advance forward of about 3 yards. It's 2nd and goal from, we'll call it the 4.
And Boots, I was just about to say before they hand it off to Jimmy, let's see now if they can bust it inside on this big defense. They are big on the defensive line, and Ferrasis has been the go-to guy in a situation like that all year long. Let's see if they go right back to it.
The front 4 for the Harvesters average about 235. Stevenville offensive line averaging about 270. Luker under center, straight ahead handoff to Ferrasis. Ferrasis powers to the 1. It'll set up now 3rd down and goal to go from the 1, and I don't see why the Jackets wouldn't stay with just pounding it like they're doing right now.
78 Boots for them, the defensive end. Brandon Hill a little slow getting up at the end of the quarter.
That is the end of the Nations Bank first quarter. Our score, Stevenville 7, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Impact Sign and Banner has been serving the Stephenville area for over 12 years with superior quality sign work of every kind. We now can offer one-day service on most banners and magnetic signs. We proudly support the Stephenville Yellow Jackets for their excellence in athletic achievement. Impact Sign and Banner is conveniently located on West Washington, just across from Taco Bell. At Impact Sign and Banner, we say, let us put some impact in your advertising. The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast. Your friends at Brooks Real Estate want to kick off a winning season by teaming up with the real estate professionals at Brooks Real Estate, the strategy that sells. Call Brooks at 965-5051.
Welcome back to the start of the second quarter. Second quarter brought to us by Cook Lumber in Stephenville on the South Loop. Stephenville has 3rd and goal to go from inside the 2. Well, Johnny, punch it in or play action fake?
I punch it right here. Just keep pushing it down their throat.
A very disciplined Pampa defense, and the entire unit. You and I talked about it during the break.
We're going to give you some first quarter stats, Boots, right after this touchdown.
Short yardage offense for the Jackets as they go out of the bone look. Hand off to Browse. Browse coming to the near side, makes a move, gets in, touchdown! It was going to be the double option, but Browse didn't need to pitch it to Hunter. He cut up himself. He goes 3 yards officially for the score, and Stevenville has extended now 13-0 in the second quarter with the PAT upcoming.
Good spin move at about the 2-yard line from Kendall, as he looked like he could have been stopped, but he would not be denied.
I said officially 3. It is officially 2 on the play.
All right.
So J.W. Bourne gets set to kick the extra point. Kill with a snap. Steed awaits the hold. Snap back, hold down. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 11:57 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stevenville 14, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Some people call us their money farmers. We help them plant their money and watch over the crop, warning them of potential threats, dangers, and disasters. We measure the growth and advise them of better times to harvest. At Investment Centers of America, we measure our success by your success. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, located at the Town and Country Bank Building in Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory. Who was voted the best tractor dealership in Erath County? Who carries products for the farmer, outdoorsman, and the family who wants the ultimate lawn? If you guessed Hendershot Equipment, you scored a touchdown. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stevenville football and its tradition of excellence.
Welcome back, Texas Stadium. 11:57 to go in the second quarter. Stevenville 14, Pampa nothing. John, that last scoring drive.
4 plays, 60 yards, Boots. Of course, it was set up by that long pass play to Kellen Luker of Kendall. Check that, Cody Cardwell of 54 yards. 4 plays, 60 yards, only took a minute and 16 seconds per hour on the 2-yard run.
High end-over-end pooch kick that will be fair caught at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Harvesters will begin 1st and 10 at their own 26. Making the pooch kick catch was Caleb Snellgrooves, Snelgroes, Snellgrooves.
That last scoring summary sounds like a Scrabble word that you try to get it. The last scoring summary brought to you by Fletcher Animal Clinic.
That are a unique tool that a lot of carpenters may obscurely use from time to time.
First quarter stats for Stevenville: 17 rushing, 106 passing for 123 total, 4 first downs. For Pampa, 39 rushing, 11 passing, total of 50.
Pampa back on offense. 2 receivers near side. Going the quick pattern. It's up. It's picked off by Bryles. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Kendall Bryles, touchdown! The pick will go 27 yards on the return, and Stevenville has extended 20-0. The extra point is upcoming in the second quarter.
Man, we made just a great read, Boots. He saw it coming. Excuse me, waited, cut inside, and then went the distance. And I'm sorry I didn't see what that distance was. About 25 yards, I think. Are they going for 2?
The official spot was at the 27, and it was almost a down the line of scrimmage attempt to pass.
Well, I'd say it was probably 30 then. Let's go about 30.
J.W. Boring getting set. A proud pop on the sideline right now. Snap back. Kick is up. It is on the way. It is good. 11:46 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stevenville 21, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
Town and Country Bank, and I'd like to introduce you to the head football coach of the Tarleton Texans, Craig Wiedemann.
And I'd like to personally invite you to an exciting season of college football here at Tarleton State University. Come watch some of your former Jackets, Landon Krebs, Jeff Smith, Brad Couch, and Stephen Fay as we tackle the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome back. After this kick, we'll give the scoring drive, which is not very long to do.
Actually, a summary, I think.
Okay. High, end over end pooch kick that will be taken by Snellgrews at the 25, and he's run out of bounds at the 27-yard line. Pampa will begin first and 10 right there. Johnny, that last scoring summary.
Browse, a 27-yard interception return. The PAT is good. It's now 21-0 Stephenville. At scoring summary brought to you by Loopy's Breakfast and Lunch. Now, Boots, you could just feel the nervousness of both of these teams when the game started. I think Stephenville has worked themselves out of their jitters.
And I think Pampa has a different feeling right now.
Well, and what Pampa did, and we mentioned this during the break, talk about coming out of your game plan early.
It's a team that all season has run the ball, and run some more.
And now they feel the need to have to pass because they're down 3 touchdowns.
And they've been passing from early on in the ball game as well. Rourke under center, giving the ball over the right tackle. It is Greer. Greer gets some positive yardage before he slung backwards and picked up a 5 on the play. Some people we need to thank. If you're listening here on the simulcast or back on 93.1 in the KSTV listening area or 107.9 in Granbury, we appreciate you listening tonight for Yellow Jacket football. Also, you might be listening on the World Wide Web, www.kstvfm.com. Our thanks to the folks at TexiNet for providing all our services on the internet. Thanks to the folks at TexiNet for handling that for us. And speaking of thanks, I want to thank the guys back at my house right now because I'm sure you've cleaned up my house after the big mess you've made this afternoon. 2nd and 5 for the Harvesters. Handoff left tackle. It is Greer. Greer powers his way for about 4 yards. He'll be 1 yard short of the first down. The spot is at the 37. They need to get to the 38. 10:45 and counting in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 21, Pampa nothing.
Clayton Harmon is getting such a quick upfield rush, Boots. Those last 2 plays have run right past him. They just let him go upfield, and then they just turn him out, and they run right by him.
Split receiver to the far side. Also, tight end look on the near side. Double tight end look. 2 backs in the eye behind Rourke under center. Give to the fullback. Forward. Now flags come down. The fullback, Thomas Long.
I think we had somebody out on the far side jump, like either the tight end or the wide receiver.
It is dead ball, illegal procedure against the Harvesters. That will back them up, and instead of 3rd and a short 1, they now have 3rd and a short 6.
Boy, they can't do that to themselves here with this game with Stephenville on a roll right now. Boots, we knew, we've been saying this since the Granbury game, or might have been since the Granbury game, you just felt like this defense was going to score, you know, and they came close a couple of times, and this time they got it, and boy, that was a big one because it really swung the momentum Stephenville's way now.
We'll talk to Steve Ross after this play about the coaching staff and as they congratulated the defense coming out to the field after that last touchdown. It is now 3rd and 6 for the Harvesters. Play action. Rourke setting up, looking to throw out the flats. Has a receiver. It's well underthrown and just not a good pass by Rourke, who felt like he had to hurry when he actually had more time and sets up 4th down. Steve Ross, was it an exciting coached crew? Coaching staff after the defensive touchdown?
Boots, I think you're talking to me, but it's so loud down here, it's hard to hear, and that's a good sign for the Jackets. Yeah, the Yellow Jacket coaches are very excited. There's not a lot not to be happy about right now. Your defense gets the score for you, and Kendall Browse, the sophomore, with 2 of Stephenville's 3 touchdowns.
Alrighty, Steve, we'll come back to you in a little bit. Pampa gets set to punt, back to punt for the Harvesters, Justin Barnes, as Cardwell and Bryle stand back at the 30-yard line. Snap back, Barnes' kick is away. Good booming kick that chases Cardwell all the way back to his 22. Coming to the near side, back to the 17. Looking for a seam, cuts up at the 20, makes a move and gets slammed down at the 27, and now flags come down. This will probably back up even farther with an illegal shove in the back. 45 yards on the kick.
Took him a long time to throw that flag, but he did it right. It was a push in the back.
So this will back Stephenville up. It'll be somewhere near the 15-yard line once they trot off the yardage on this penalty. 9:42 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 21, Pampa nothing.
Well, Pampa defense they got to do something here, Boots, or this thing's going to get away from them. Remember, Stephenville, we've been telling you this for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Stephenville averages 28 points in the first half over the season, and they're right on pace for that now. Only got 7 in the first quarter, but now with those 2 quick touchdowns, 11 seconds apart, Stephenville scored 2 touchdowns.
Art Briles told me that a key to this game, he hoped Pampa would punt 5 times in the first half. Well, a couple turnovers, you don't have to have that many punts as they give the ball back to you. Luker with no backs behind him under center, but he will give to the wingback on a trap. It is Hunter. Hunter will go to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. It's been a rough evening for Hunter.
Yeah, you're right. Didn't he also in the pregame show, in the pregame interview say he'd like to be up 21-0?
Yes,
I believe that was right. Well, he's got his wish there. Now Stephenville's got to just continue to move the ball right down in their own territory now at the 16-yard line.
3 carries for Zach Hunter, -5 on the total yardage there. Trips to the near side, 1 receiver, 1 back behind Luker. Play action, setting up, rolling the pocket, throwing out the flats, has Combs. Great catch at the 30-yard line. It is a first down.
Man, what a catch. And he got popped.
Nailed right in the mouth was A.B. Combs, and making the big hit was Jared Bowles, the outside cornerback. And Combs held on. They're actually spotting the ball at the 28, but it is enough for the first down.
That's his 21st catch on the year. A.B. averaging 22.4 every time he catches the ball. Not quite 22 that time, but he has been a big-time receiver for these Yellow Jackets.
Trips to the near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Luker in shotgun. Snap back to him, setting up. Looking to throw, still looking. Finds Evan across the middle. He'll check that up for Cardwell. Can't make the diving catch at the 34-yard line. We are so high above Texas Stadium. When Luker throws the ball, you kind of guess which receiver it's going to, but you really don't know what receiver the ball is going to go to till it almost gets to the ground.
A.B. Combs is out there as well. Boots, just to show you what kind of quarterback Kellen Luker is. Kellen, the ball landed at the 35-yard line of Pampa. Kellen threw it when he saw Cody at the 50-yard line, and he just hung it out there for him, and he almost got up with the football.
Luker in shotgun, 1 back standing next to him, taking the handoff is that back. Up the middle is Hunter, 35, 45, the same 45 across midfield to the 44-yard line, and that's the big run. We're looking for the Zach Rabbit. Zach Hunter on the run will go 29 yards, and it is a big first down for Stevenville at the 44-yard line. 28 yards is officially his carry, so now 4 carries, 23 yards. The Zach Rabbit.
And he's done that every week, has he not, Boots?
Always has at least 1 big run. He got the big one there.
And it's usually right up the middle. He's been averaging over 10 yards a carry all year long, and you knew you'd have to break one sooner or later.
Jackets shift out with 4 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Luker under center, setting up. Looking to throw across the middle, has a receiver. Combs, great catch, 25, a great move at the 20, 15, 10, down to the 7, to the 6, to the 5, to the 4, to the 2. A.B. Combs stringing the entire defensive secondary all the way to the 2-yard line. 43 yards on the catch. A great cutback move at the 20-yard line, sprung him for the last bit of yardage after the run after catch.
My gosh, he drug 3 guys from the 15-yard line down to the 2. I thought he was going to score. Kind of looked like Ricky Williams today on the record-breaking run that he had. And I think they're going to go hammer time now.
Jackets will line up hammer time in it. Quarterback is Briles on short yardage offense. The Jackets are in the wishbone. Handoff to the second man through, powering his way, getting to the goal line. Touchdown! Jimmy Ferrasis with the carry from 2 yards out. Stevenville extends 27-0 at the 8:06 mark of the second quarter. The PAT is upcoming.
Boy, that was just smash-mouth football right there, Boots. We're just coming at you, trying to stop our 42. Jimmy just able to stretch the ball out and get over the goal line for the touchdown.
J.W. Boren getting set for the extra point. Steed awaits the snap from Keel. Snap back, hold down, kick is on the way. It is up, and it is good. 8:06 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Our score, Stevenville 28, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Show your true colors at the games by wearing official SABC merchandise. Everything from keychains to toboggans, T-shirts, caps, and more. Come to the Booster Club store, open every Friday in the foyer of the high school, and see all of the items that we have to let everyone know you support the Jackets and the Honeybees. And look for the big blue SAB trailer at the games. Everyone looks better in blue and gold. Dr. Albert A. Lilly, Doctor of Dentistry. The dental office of Dr. Albert A. Lilly wishes to salute Stevenville football and its tradition of excellence. Easter Air has become the name synonymous with excellence in Erath County. We recommend a checkup on your central heat and air unit every 6 months to keep it running at its best. Offering no interest financing on Lennox Systems. Easter Air at 968-6494 or stop by at 1011 North Graham, Stephenville.
208 yards of total offense already in the ball game for Stephenville before the kick. Johnny, I know you've got some scores.
Well, let me do the scoring summary.
All right,
six plays, 84 yards, a minute 36 for us. It's on the 2-yard run. That scoring summary brought to you by Walmart Vision Center. We'll do the scores next.
J.W. Bourne, once again, the high end-over-end pooch kick that will be taken on the far side by Snell Grooves. Snell Grooves gets forward to about the 29, and that's where where Pampa begins. First and 10, their own 29. Stephenville ahead of the Harvesters of Pampa, 28-0.
All right, let's get to those 6-man scores in the area that a lot of people are wondering about. Boy, Trinidad is powerful. They lead Gordon in the third quarter, 60-20. But in the third quarter, it's Strawn 26, Panther Creek 16. So congratulations, Strawn. Looks like they may move on. Goldthwaite and Baquet is 13-13. That is at the half. And Italy 9, Jacksboro nothing in the third quarter.
Running the option is Rourke. Finds a nice seam across the 40, 45, up to the 48-yard line. Rourke that time faked the dive and kept the ball around the corner. There was no containment. He goes forward for 18 yards. And it is a first down for the Harvesters out at the 49-yard line. And, John, you've got to wonder if maybe the Jacket defense, being up 28-0, may have relaxed just a little bit.
Well, I think after last week, what happened with Denton, they're not going to be allowed to relax much as they get out to another quick start. Remember, it was 35-0 at the half. Right now, 28-0.
7:39 and counting. Rourke in under center I formation behind him. Running the option. Rourke is in a bunch of trouble. He'll escape one man in a second, but not the whole wave of Jackets behind them. It's a 2-yard loss on the play back to the 47-yard line. There was great penetration early. Rourke made a couple men miss, and by that time, the pursuit was all over him.
Well, there was only 6 Jackets in on that tackle, Boots. Let's see, that leaves 5, does it not? You know, you talk about scoring fast now. Here it is, 11:57 touchdown, 11:46 touchdown, 8:06 touchdown. Stephenville Yellow Jackets put up 21 points in not quite 4 minutes.
Second down and 12 for the Harvesters. Split receivers both sides. Tiny look to the near side. I formation again behind Rourke. Rourke loses the snap, but goes back and gets it and will go forward for 2 yards, and that's a lucky artificial turf bounce.
It bounced right back up to him. You're right.
Well, and normally on grass, that ball just goes thud and stays on the ground. That ball bounced up 3 feet after it hit the turf, and he'll go forward, a gain of 2 on the play, and sets up third down and 10.
Well, I think the fans have kind of settled into this game now, Boots, and why not? Boy, you talk about the quick striking offense of the Stephenville Yellow Jackets.
6:19 and counting. Stephenville 28, Pampa nothing. Third down and 10 for the Harvesters at their own 49-yard line. You can hear the can fans in the background. Rourke, play action, setting up in the pocket, looking to throw to the near side. Has a receiver. It's underthrown to Joel Barker. And you can tell Justin Rourke is not a quarterback who's very used to throwing a lot of passes, and that's already the 6th pass in the game for him. And I say already because they only average throwing 4 or 5 times a ball game, and here we are halfway through the second quarter.
And in defense of the young man Rourke, they're asking him to throw probably the toughest pass in football.
All the way across the field on the out pattern when you've got this huge crown to deal with for a young man.
And he's not a great passer, man. Throw something up the middle, throw a crossing pattern, a drag or something.
So Barnes gets set to punt for the Harvesters. He stands back in his own 35, gets the snap. The punt is away at the 40. Wobbly kick that will hit and go out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and that's where Stephenville will begin. First and 10 at their own 19, 32 yards on the punt from Barnes. 6 minutes to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 28-0 over Pampa. Stephenville getting back on offense.
Did he act like he was going to pass that when he got the snap for just a second?
It took a long time to get the punt away.
I thought he pulled the ball up like he was trying to get it into throwing position. I don't know if he was faking it or if he actually saw something there.
Steve Ross, is anyone relaxed yet on the sideline, or are we still in go-get-em mode right now?
No, Boots, we're much passing out the umbrellas for the drinks and the Chase Loungers.
Yeah, right. I don't think they're going to let them relax after what happened in the second half last week, do you?
No, I don't think so, John. These fans are getting their money's worth. You know, one more big play and they'll be back on their feet.
Jackets send 4 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Luker under center, throwing out in the flats, has Carville by himself at the 20, out to the 25, makes a move to the 27-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 8. If you watched Carville that time, John, when he took the down the line of scrimmage pass, he was the only receiver on the sideline. He stopped and waited for big Robert Lilly to get out there and block for him.
He said, come on, big fella, hit somebody for me.
And he did.
And that's not a bad guy to wait for. Man, what a great thing that is to have linemen that can run like that, Boots, and get out there and make those blocks for you.
Officially 9 on the reception. 2nd and 1 for the Jackets. 1 back behind Luker, that is for Ossis. Check that, a quick pass to Carville in the wing back position. He takes the hut pattern across the middle to the 36-yard line. A first down on the play, picks up about 8.
Oh, that's a great call, too, because it looks like you're just going to do that little dive play to Ferrazes, and that is a play that has made some big yardage for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. Hey, if the Pampa scouts if the Pampa coaches up here in the press box are paying attention, might want to give your quarterback a chance to throw a pass like that.
10 yards on that reception to Carville, a little more than I thought. They move the ball out to the 36, 1st and 10 for Stevenville. Twins to the near side, 1 receiver far side. Douglas on that far side is in a wing back. Now the tailback Evan goes in motion to the far side. Luker under center, throwing the quick hitch to someone.
Steed, I believe.
Steed and Douglas. Douglas and Steed, neither one of them looked like they were the intended receiver. Douglas never looked back for the ball. Steed was looking back, but it's not like he was expecting it. That's a little bit of a confusion situation between your 2 receivers and Luker.
And Evan was the guy streaking down the field in the slot, and he immediately went and talked to Kellen like, I don't think anybody was covering me. Let's come back to me.
Trips to the far side, 1 receiver near side. Hunter stands next to Luker in shotgun formation. Luker looks to the sideline as Briles signals in the play. Now Luker audibilizes at the line. Snap back, setting up, looking, throwing the deep ball on the far sideline for Cardwell. It's up and it's picked off at the 25 and then knocked away. What a great job by Cardwell to knock the ball away from the intended receiver, Bowles. And after the play, I think Cardwell tried to help Bowles up, and Bowles just slapped Cardwell's hand away.
Boy, you said the intended receiver, Bowles. That's what it looked like when it came down.
Excuse me, Bowles was the defender. If the ball had just a little bit more air under it or thrown just a little bit farther, Cardwell had Bowles beaten.
Yeah. Boy, that was just a great play because he had it intercepted. Cody just wouldn't let him do that, and he knocked the ball away from him. They're trying to score, obviously, another big one before halftime.
Would you say that movement by Bowles was a good one?
Yes. I wouldn't say that. But
Thank you. Luker rolling to the near side is in some trouble. He'll run back to the other side. Now he'll find some time and he'll escape 30. Now he'll throw the ball outfield. Catches Evan into Pampa territory and a first down. And Kellen Luker rolled all the way to the near side, was in trouble, reversed his field, went all the way back to the other side and found Evan coming back for the first down. A completion on the play of 15 yards, 1st and 10 in Harvester territory.
And number 2, Randy Burklow made a big hit on him and got up and kind of waved to his crowd like, how do you like that shot? Yeah, well, whatever. Well, let me tell you.
You're down 28 now.
Let me tell you, that was a great play by Kellen Luker to make something happen out of what looked like it was going to be a disaster.
Trips to the near side, 2 receivers far side. Luker is in shotgun. Snap back to him, throwing the quick hitch out to Evan. Evan looking to make a man miss. He does. 45 goes out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A pickup of 5 on the play. Make it 6 as they spot him at the 43.
Yeah, I'll take 5 or 6 yards every time.
Flag down back at the 45-yard line. Let's wait and see what this is. This was past the original line of scrimmage.
Clip.
It is a clip against Stevenville. This may have been one of the either receivers downfield or one of the linemen getting out to get a block. Ooh, if it's the clip, is that the 15-yarder?
Yeah, that's the big one.
And it's at the 45, so this will take the ball all the way back to the Stevenville 40-yard line. This is the personal foul.
Felix Alvarado has taken himself out of the game boots and gone over and sat out. He's just got some water. I think he just needs a rest right now. Boy, they're running all over the field.
Let's see who came in for him on that particular play. Offensive linemen for Stevenville constantly rotate in and out. That's going to be a big Aaron Collier. No, he's in the game from the start. We'll get to that player here in just a moment. Twins to the near side, 2 receivers far side. Luker setting up, looking to throw, still looking. still looking. Now throws the deep ball. Has Combs at the 20. Catch. 15, 10, to the 5. Escapes. Touchdown, A.B. Combs. He would not be denied. He would not be pulled down. He goes 63 yards. 60 yards even is the play to Combs. Stevenville extends again.
That time A.B. said, I'm getting in the end zone, brother. You're not stopping me.
34-0, and we've totally obliterated that play of the game. Got the yardage wrong. We stepped all over each other. A.B. Combs will still play that one back at the end. Hey, good luck, Lloyd, trying to figure out where to stop that play. Snap back for the extra point. JW's kick is up, and it is good. With 4:02 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter, our score, Stevenville 35, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
If children are a blessing, then grandchildren are truly a gift. They renew our hope. They recapture our youth. And as grandparents, you want to give them something in return. Your local State Farm agent has just the thing. It's the gift of life insurance. And as your grandchildren grow, you can add to the policy to help give them financial security for many years to come. So let your nearby State Farm agent help you ensure that their days will be as bright as they've made yours.
Texas Trucks in Stephenville is the home of real trucks, not little bitty trucks, but stout pulling rigs. If you're in the market for a 1-ton dually, a 3/4-ton late model, low mileage, clean truck, then Texas Trucks is the place for you. Don't waste hours driving up and down the interstate looking for a great deal when Texas Trucks has already done it for you. They constantly scour the Southwest looking for that perfect late model, low mileage pickup. Now all you have to do is stop by Texas Trucks and pick out the one that's right for you. Texas Trucks, South Loop, Stephenville.
Well, welcome back, Stevenville, 35-0 with 4 minutes to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter.
Man, Boots, I tell you, that was a thing of beauty, and you said it during halftime. How much time is Luker getting?
Or at the break, halftime, which will be a break too. Ball hits the 15, goes all the way back to the 10 before it's finally picked up. I believe that's Johnson. He's coming to the near side to the 20. Will try to make a man miss. He does not. Making the tackle for Stevenville is Trey Phelps. Tackles at the 24-yard line. Johnny, the last scoring drive as Pampa starts 1st and 10 at their own 24.
7 plays, 81 yards. It took 1 minute and 58 seconds. That 60-yard pass to Luker, from Luker to Combs, is the touchdown. Of course, the PAT is good. 35-0. That scoring summary brought to you by River North Small Animal Hospital. Oh, by the way, J.W. Boren on the year now, 102 points.
Ooh.
You're putting up some touchdowns when your kicker gets 102 points, brother.
And he has connected on some field goals, but mainly that's extra points.
Yeah.
Pampa back on offense, trailing 35-0 to your Stephenville Yellow Jackets. I formation behind Rourke. Long is the fullback, but it goes to the tailback. Eric Greer is now lined up at tailback. He lined up behind Long, so the two fullbacks are in the backfield now lining up in the I. Greer goes forward to the 30. He gets a nice little surge for about 6 yards. It sets up 2nd down and 4. 3:34 and counting.
Kellen Luker now on the year, 38 touchdowns. Wasn't that how many Glenn Odell had?
God, that's been so long ago, John.
38 or 39, I think he had in his season.
Twins to the far side, one receiver to the near side. Rourke under center, the one back behind him. Now trying to set up the screen over the head of the intended receiver on the play, Greer, and McCormick almost stepped up from his linebacker position to pick off the screen pass. It was over the head of Greer. And boy, Justin Rourke right now, Johnny, is a guy that just does not look comfortable right now at the quarterback position.
Well, and remember, we told you they're averaging only 250 yards of total offense all year long, and only 58 of that by the pass. You're down 35-0 with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. You know you're going to have to throw the football, and you can't be happy about that.
257 yards passing already in the game. There is a fumble on the play after the snap at the 30-yard line. Pampa did get back on the ball, but it will set up 4th down for the Harvesters. 12 out of 16 with 2 touchdowns, 257 yards passing. Whew. There is a timeout on the field. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Stevenville up 35-0 with 3 minutes to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. We're back right after this.
There's a new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours. Open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. and most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury, Stephenville. Stihl has been building quality chainsaws since 1926. Bill's Lawnmower Shop has been providing quality power equipment service since 1966. For an experienced team that can provide excellent service and reliable chainsaws, look to Stihl and Bill's Lawnmower Shop. Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
The Olympic Decathlon. 10 events, 2 days. You got to run, throw, jump, and hurdle. And you got to do it better than anybody in the world. Building a community. Hundreds of programs, one vision. You got to train, support, counsel, encourage, and guide. And you've got to help bring everybody together to make it happen. Only one organization does all that. That's United Way. That's the power of you.
And welcome back.
Yeah.
And Pampa getting set to punt. Stephenville in the game already. 315 yards of total offense with 3 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Barnes getting set to kick. Snap back to him. Kick is away. There's a hold on the play. The referee doesn't call it. There's finally the flag comes down. The ball will go out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And I'm going to tell you, Cal Gilson absolutely almost got his jersey taken off of him as he was ripped down at the 26-yard line. What a great steer wrestling move almost that was.
I think I would make them kick it again, even though it's going to take a little time off the clock.
Stevenville coaching staff says they decline. Boy, how obvious was that?
Yeah, really. I think they just want the ball right now. And why not? You're on a roll for sure.
Stevenville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line is actually the spot. 2:50 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stevenville 35, Pampa nothing. And there is a possibility next week that we could be playing Borger, a team that Pampa beat 14-12 just a few weeks ago. Looker is in shotgun.
Or a team that beat Brownwood.
Thank you, Hershey. Throwing across the middle, has his O'Neal, the tight end, makes a great move. 45 flags are down, 40 to the 35-yard line. Toby O'Neal, the tight end, with a great move across the middle. But I believe this ball is coming back.
We might have had an illegal man downfield.
We'll wait and see. Officials are discussing. It is illegal receiver downfield against Stephenville. As quick as that ball was thrown, John, I'm thinking that one of the linemen or one of the receivers may have been covered up on the play by the alignment on the field.
Our browsers sure wanting to know who it was.
Well, it's something we'll have to watch on the film this week to see which one of the receivers was covered up that released downfield. So the illegal receiver downfield, the 5-yard penalty will move the ball back to the 32-yard line.
Watch this play right here coming up, Boots. This has number 12's name written on it.
Well, the original spot was the 36-yard line. That's 37-yard line. That's where the ball went out of bounds. That was mistaken earlier. So it's now at the 32. It's 1st and 15. Say that again, Johnny.
Watch number 12 on this play.
All right, throwing to Cardwell. Check that. That's Evan. Evan is running the give and go. He will pitch out to Cardwell. Takes a great pitch. 45, 50, 40, 30. No one will catch Cardwell. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Johnny Hollinger called that. The throw out to Evan, who ran 15 yards downfield. Then pitch back to Cardwell, who went the final 60 by himself. Stevenville extends 41-0 in the 2:20 mark of the second quarter. The extra point is upcoming.
Well, if the coaches didn't hate me before, they're going to hate me now.
How'd you pick that one off, Johnny?
I'll tell you later.
All right. We're not going to say it over the air?
No.
Okay. Snap back, getting set. Hold down, kick on the way from J-Dub. Make it 103 points. It's good. 2:20 to go in the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stevenville 42, Pampa nothing. We're back in 1 minute on KSTV.
Hello, friends. This is Greg Bruner for Bruner Motors, sitting on top of my old friend Buck here. You may think this is a lot of bull, but I've got some specials that are no bull deals for you.
GM certified used cars and trucks which have gone through an extensive 110-point inspection and come standard with a 12-month or 12,000-mile factory bumper-to-bumper warranty.
On behalf of our 90 employees, come on down to any of our 3 locations for your no bull deal. And by the way, we appreciate your business.
The Stephenville Athletic Booster Club wants to say thank you to Northland Cable for backing the Jackets and generously providing the time for this broadcast.
We come here on a glorious quest, a search for that which can be found nowhere else. Where, in the trenches where mighty men clash, amidst the echoes of glories past, high atop Olympus. Oh, this is our quest. This is what football is all about. Now all I gotta do is find that nacho guy.
Stephenville extends their lead now in the ball game, 42-0. Johnny, the last scoring drive.
Just a second, we'll do it after this kick.
J.W. Boren's end-over-end kick will come to the middle of the field. It will be taken on the play by Nathan Arn. Arn will get forward to about the 30, 10 yards on the return. Pampa starts 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
One play, 63 yards. It only took 30 seconds, Boots, and it goes Luker to Evatt to pitch to Cardwell for 68. And the PAT's good, of course, and it's 42-0. That scoring summary brought to you by Texas Trucks.
We're going to get confirmation if Steve Ross can talk to some of the coaching staff and find out exactly where on the field that pitch took place, so we can find out, credited, how much the pass to Evatt goes and then how much the run for Cardwell. So we'll try to find out where that pitch came from, at what yard line, and then we'll go to Steve Ross after this play if he can get that information. 1st and 10 for the Harvesters. Rourke under center, 2 backs behind him. Split receivers, both to the far side. Running the keeper is Rourke. Rourke will go forward for about 3 yards. The tackle is made by McCormick, and we'll go to Steve Ross right now.
Boots, the pick took place at the 40-yard line, but if I'm correct on this, I believe that all is credited as receiving yardage by Cardwell and passing yardage by Luker.
All right, so Evatt is snubbed completely is what you're saying.
That's right. It's just like a quarterback that runs the option in the wishbone, runs it 30 yards, and then pitches it, and the halfback runs it in from the 5-yard line. The yardage goes to the halfback that scores the touchdown.
So it goes as a pass?
Goes as a pass. That's passing yardage.
All right, that's the word we're going to get. Running the option is Rourke. Rourke pitches out to Johnson. Johnson has trouble, and a great tackle in the open field is made by Trey Phelps, the junior. Pulls him down for a 1-yard, make it a 2-yard loss.
So that goes as, is it 68 yards for
It goes as a 68-yard pass from Luker to Cardwell is how it's, Ross is telling us that the coaches told him on the sideline. We'll get verification from some of the other media members to make sure on that. That's a very unusual play, but he's right what he says on the wishbone. When a quarterback runs downfield 30 yards and then he pitches and the running back only goes 5, it goes as a 35-yard run for the running back.
That's a good point.
3rd down and 9 now for the Harvesters back at the 31-yard line. Straight ahead give on the dive goes to Greer. Greer will go forward for 1 yard. It'll set up 4th down, 46 seconds and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Stephenville on top of Pampa, 42-0.
Well, I predicted 56-0, but I don't know. Well, actually, I said 14 because I thought they might let them have something late. But
well, and you know Art Briles is really going to pull the dogs off in the 2nd half, and a lot of guys that don't get a lot of playing time during the regular season who got a lot of playing time in the 2nd half.
Well, especially right here in Texas Stadium.
We'll get a big treat, and we'll play the 2nd half, and they deserve it too. They run all the practice squad stuff during the week to get the Jackets that much better. Barnes' kick is away, wobbly kick. Jackets have nobody back. The ball checks up at the 26-yard line. Will go to about the 25, and that's where Stevenville will begin 1st and 10. 43 yards on the kick. That was the 4th punt of the 1st half for Pampa. 4 seconds remaining, and I'm sure Stevenville will just go to a knee on this one.
I think you're probably right. So 68-yard passes, more passing yards for Kellen Luker, and another touchdown. That puts him at 39 on the season. And how many yards of total offense did we have before that play?
215 before that play. So we're
315.
315 before that play. So we're close to 400 yards of total offense in the first half. Kellen Luker will go to a knee.
And we needed 320 to be at 7,000.
Well, we've got that, baby. 42-0 will go in at the half. That's the end of the Cook Lumber second quarter. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. We're back in 2 minutes. Halftime shows up next on KSTV.
Accidents happen, and no matter when or where they do, the world's largest claim service network gets on the case immediately. Prompt personal service is no accident. So we can get you back on the road faster than you can say,
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Supporting the Jackets for over 30 years. Bill Tomlinson, class of 67. David Tomlinson, class of 71. The Stephenville Funeral Home, your family's friend in time of need in Stephenville.
Jacket Band. The band will be led on the field tonight by drum major, color guard captain, Rebecca Cooley and Melanie Porter. Tonight we'll be featuring our color guard to the tune More and More. Once again, it's time for our playoff game pep ride. Join the band and the cheerleaders as we support the Yellow Jackets with Beat 'em Up and the Hate Song. We're going to keep doing this as long as it works.
A new star in town, Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury. Come see the difference for yourself. New owners, anxious to win your business with the best possible deals. New hours, open weekdays till 7 and now open Saturday till 6. And most of all, new attitude. You'll love dealing with the friendly people at Techstar. If you don't buy from us, it won't be because of the price. Techstar Ford Lincoln Mercury, Stephenville. Whether on or off the field, success requires focus, knowledge, and action. At Investment Centers of America, we focus on your goals, offer you our cumulative knowledge of investments, and recommended actions that fit your objectives. We enjoy being your coach, but you're the quarterback. After all, it is your money. Investment Centers of America, Town and Country Bank Building, Stephenville. Investment Centers of America. We know the territory.
And welcome back. Texas Stadium Irving, Texas. John Hollinger, Boots Elliott, glad to have you along.
Hey, Boots,
go ahead.
Before we go to the second half, I want to run a couple of six-man scores to you.
Okay.
Trinidad defeats Gordon 66-20. That's a final. Check that. Yeah, Gordon. And Strawn wins 62-16 over Panther Creek. In the Gordon-Trinidad game, running back for Trinidad, listen to these numbers, boys.
All right.
Damian Jackson, 18 carries, 517 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Hey, people going, hey, I might have had 9 touchdowns in my career. Big deal, I had that in one game.
One playoff game, brother. 9 touchdowns, 517 yards rushing.
Was he for Gordon or for
Trinidad?
Trinidad, okay.
Wow. That's pretty strong, isn't it?
Fixing to get set under the third quarter. Third quarter sponsor is the Red City Superstore. We'll announce the lucky contestant for the contest right after this. J.W. Bourne's kick is away. High end-over-end kick that will be taken at the 20, up to the 25, and snormed under right there is Caleb Snellgrooves. Snellgrooves will get the ball to the 26, and that's where Pampa will begin first and 10. Dorothy Aguilar. Dorothy Aguilar of Stevenville is our contestant. If Stevenville holds Pampa scoreless here in the third quarter, you will be the recipient of a VCR from Red City Superstore. Dorothy Aguilar.
All right, now come on, Jackets. Let's give this thing away. I told Coach Browns this morning we wanted to give one of these away, and he said, that'd be nice, John. You know, he doesn't ever
typical.
You get too excited. I'm sure he really is not concerned about that at this point.
First and 10 for the Harvesters. Setting up, looking to throw the pass across the left side. It is incomplete, well short of the intended receiver on the play, Blake Baldridge. Justin Rourke on the game is 1 of 8 for 11 yards.
And Boots are just asking that young man to do something he's not capable of doing. He just does not have the arm strength to throw the ball like that.
And they went away from the strength of this team from the very beginning, John. They came out trying to throw the football, and when Rourke is in the open field, he has the ability to make some people miss. He's a decent running quarterback, but a strong throwing quarterback is just not his forte, and he's been, as you just said, asked to do something he's not great at.
Well, he's down 7 touchdowns, too.
Running the option is Rourke. Rourke finds a little seam, gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line before the strength of the Stevenville defense pushes him backwards. A pickup on the play of about 6. It'll set up 3rd and 4.
McCormick first got there, and then he got help, and he was trying to strip the ball from Rourke, and Rourke was just hanging on for dear life on that one.
How about the weather? We are in the last weekend of November, fixing to hit December, and we're in short-sleeve golf shirts.
And could be in shorts.
Yes, if we could. I think Justin is in shorts somewhere in this game.
Yeah. Boy, this is just a beautiful day. It's just a great atmosphere for football. You know, we said this in '94 in the Astrodome. They ought to do this every year.
Under center once again, Rourke. Rourke to the second man through. That is Greer. Greer gets to the 39-yard line. He will be about 2 yards short of the yardage needed for the first. It'll set up 4th down, and Pampa will be forced to punt.
And Boots, by the way, or maybe they won't punt. By the way, Boots, still a lot of football left to go, but I think we have erased all the bad memories of Texas Stadium now, don't you?
I agree. I think everybody's like, this is my favorite place to play now. Let's come back.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's come back next week.
All right, getting set to punt for the Harvesters is Barnes. Back deep, Briles and Cardwell for the Yellow Jackets.
Do they fake here?
I don't know. It'd be tough at their own 39-yard line. We'll wait and see. Snap is back to Barnes, and Barnes will punt this one away. Booming kick. He's got a great leg, and it will be fair caught by Briles at the 25-yard line. 40 yards on the kick, and Stevenville starts first and 10. And a late flag comes down because I think one of the Harvesters got hit late after the play.
Yeah, I think you're right. Boy, he does have a good...
Illegal block in the back against Stevenville. I saw the player down for the Harvesters. He was very happy when the flag came and did not see the jacket who was guilty. So the ball will be marched inside the 20-yard line of Stevenville, where they will begin first and 10. 10:15 to go here in the Red City Superstore third quarter. Stevenville 42, Pampa nothing.
Well, as I've said all year long, just a little bit further for the offense to go.
Helps the stats. Dorothy Aguilar. So far, so good for you in the third quarter contest.
Stevenville needs to go on one of their patented long drives.
Patented. Do they have any patented long drives?
Minute and 45 seconds.
Give to the second man through. Hunter finds a nice seam across the 25 to the 27 to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 12 on the play. 1st and 10 as the Zach Rabbit. Zach Hunter gets 12, and now with 5 carries, 35 yards, and the per carry average is right back to where it should be.
Yeah, he came into this with this game with 1,271 yards, averaging 10.9. Had a couple of negative stops in the first quarter before he broke that long one in the first half.
1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 28-yard line. Looker is under center. Inside trap handoff. Tinklingberg, big running, across the 35 to the 40, across the 45, keeps his feet across midfield to the 49-yard line. The big fullback kept his feet moving in a huge run to the 49 of Pampa. 23 yards, and John, we saw that play, same one, work twice, maybe even 3 times last week.
Yeah, it's just a great play, and then Tinklenberg, boy, when he gets into the secondary, he likes to motor, and
he's not looking for open space either. He's looking for a defensive back to run into.
And he generally does at least 2 or 3 times on every run.
Tinklenberg, 5'10", 190-pound senior. Now in Pampa territory are the Jackets. Hand off to the second guy through. Hunter finds a seam, 45, makes one man miss to the 40-yard line. A pickup on that play of about 9. It'll be just short of the yardage needed for the first. Second down for the Jackets, and Hunter almost broke that one.
And this is just murder for Pampa. This is a team that might not have come out here in the second half, Boots, because this is really tough. They're just going to get it run down their throat now.
Jackets have 2 receivers to the near side. 9 minutes and counting in the Red City Superstore third quarter. Stevenville 42, Pampa nothing. Luker under center sends Combs in motion. Now Hunter goes in motion to the far side. Luker rolling out, looking to throw. Throwing across the middle to Combs just inside him. He was not ready for the throw. It was thrown to the opposite shoulder. He was looking. It's incomplete. And a flag has come down in the backfield. Wait for the call. It is holding against Stevenville. And John, that was a situation where I think Luker threw to the shoulder he was wanting to throw to, because Combs was open to the middle, but Combs was still looking to the outside, and it was hard for him to make the adjustment to get turned around by the time the ball got there.
Yeah, otherwise he scores on that. I mean, the ball was right there. As you said, he just looked the wrong way.
And it is holding against Stevenville, so they will accept the penalty. The ball will be marked back to right in the middle of the blue star on the 50-yard line. So it will be second down and 11. Stevenville with trips to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Luker is in shotgun. Zach Hunter is standing next to him, flanked in the shotgun position. Now an official's timeout.
He's pointing back toward the secondary of Pampa. He asked the umpire a question, then he went to the side judge. It might be a question about the down marker.
Well, they've got everything set now. The official waves his clock. 1 for the clock. And so Luker is in shotgun, awaiting the snap. Snap back to him. Inside trap. Hunter finds a little seam across the 45, gets down to the 42-yard line. A pickup of about 9 on the play, and another flag on the field, and it is again holding against Stevenville. So wipe off another good run for Stevenville.
Well, and Stevenville certainly does not want to do this, Boots.
But it is taking a lot of time off the clock. 8.5 remaining in the Red City Superstore third quarter. Stevenville 42, Pampa nothing.
And that's a spot foul, so that ends up being like a 15-yard penalty.
This is marched all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, because he dropped it at the 45. The line of scrimmage was the 50, so it ends up being a 15-yard penalty.
Steve Ross, we're going the wrong way. The coaching staff getting a little agitated on the sideline.
They're as agitated as you can get up, 42-0.
Luker under center. Play action, setting up, looking to throw. Throwing the deep ball downfield, has Carville. It's underthrown. He can't make the catch as he tries to come forward and back for it at the 20-yard line. Ball was underthrown. Carville had 2 steps on the defensive backfield.
And it wasn't necessarily that it was underthrown. I think Kellen might have waited just a second late to throw it, Boots, because he just threw it to a spot and Cody was running to it. You're right, he did have the defenders beat by about 2 yards. If he releases that probably a second earlier, that's 6.
Steve, everybody pretty relaxed right now? Pretty relaxed. No injury updates, no Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury updates to give you, but we would like to send our best wishes out to Derek Haney, who's resting at home, and want everybody to know that Derek's going to be okay, and we hope up and around in time for the state championship game.
Stephenville trying to set up the screen. They throw to Zach Hunter. He has to go to the ground after he makes the catch. And it is a loss on the reception at the 33, so it sets up 4th down, and boy, that's a drive that at one point was inside the 40 of Pampa and ends up at the Stephenville 33-yard line.
Ended up going the wrong way with 2 back-to-back holding penalties.
Well, and Stephenville was running the ball, and they elected to try to throw the ball, and then things kind of went a little haywire. So Evatt gets set to punt. Kick is away. Spiraling high kick will be taken at the 34-yard line, and plowed under right there was the Harvester. And that's where Pampa will begin. First attempt, their 35-yard line after the 32-yard boot by Chris Evatt.
I got it.
Thank you.
Well,
but it's not worth repeating.
No. Okay, I won't.
You got to be quick to catch that one.
And quick is what I am.
There's a great sign that said, "Corn-fed Yellow Jackets reap the harvest."
Okay.
Pampa Harvesters trailing Stevenville 42-0.
Oh yeah, 7:44 to go in the third quarter.
Things still looking good for Dorothy Aguilar in the Rent City Superstore third quarter contest. Rourke is under center. One back behind him is Greer. Rourke trying to throw it in the flats. Well underthrown to the intended receiver. And boy, just not having a good game is Rourke.
Well, he just doesn't have the arm strength that, again, you need to make that pass. And you notice every pass has been low.
Underthrown.
Yeah, he just kind of chunks it, almost like a shot put.
So that stops the clock at the 7:40 mark. The only thing unfortunate about that. 10 minutes after 10 o'clock. We thought we might not get out of here till 11:30.
It's going to be close to that.
Especially as much delayed as the first 2 games were before this one. Play action, Rourke setting up, throwing a deep ball way up, and it's up and knocked away at the last moment. Great defense by Trey Feltz. Feltz closed on the last 3 to 4 yards to knock the ball away from Justin Barnes. Or was it Blake Baldridge? We'll wait and see. Is it 85 or 80?
80.
That would be Barnes then.
He had Feltz beat. Feltz with that good close. Now that was interesting.
Shane,
yep.
we are...
Okay. Justin doesn't even know it.
We're off the air, that's why we're not talking. Come on, Shane, come. Thank you. I don't know what happened. You're back on, thank you. Well, the lines got disconnected here at Texas Stadium. A pass to the near sideline was knocked away. Good defensive play from the Jacket backfield, defensive backfield to knock it away. It sets up 4th down and 10, and the Harvesters will be forced to punt. .7:29 to go in the Rent City third quarter. Getting set to kick is Barnes. Snap back. Barnes' kick is away. Big spiraling kick that will be fair caught by Briles at the 30-yard line, and Stevenville begins at their own 31st and 10, leading 42-0. Well, that was kind of unusual, the way the phone lines just got knocked off the air, a la Sweetwater, Texas, a few weeks ago. It happened in Andrews.
Somebody trying to tell us something?
This game's over?
Yeah, they're tired of listening to us.
Well, it's not the first time that's happened in the Cross Timbers.
Some guy at the phone company go, I don't want to listen to these 2 goobers anymore.
I'm tired of that. Hey, all the broadcast booths have cable TV in them. This is kind of fun. We're watching ESPN basketballs going on in the booth with us.
Well, now you are. I'm paying attention to the
I'm
game.
sorry. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 30. Luker under center. A draw, giving the ball to Hunter. Hunter cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 on the play. It sets up 2nd and 11.
All right, let's see here, Boots.
Jackets are about 1 touchdown away from their season scoring average.
Right now on offense, Lily is in there.
And I think, John, that may be your other line over there. That one got knocked off as well, but our broadcast line is still up. So, Mr. Hollinger back at Mission Control. If you would call back the second line, Johnny will pick that one up as well. We'll get that connected. Looker again under center, give to the second man through Hunter. Hunter finds a seam, gets out to about the 32-yard line. A pick up a 4 on the play. It'll set up 3rd down and 8 for the Jackets at the 32-yard line. 6.5 and counting in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. 42-0 Stevenville on top of Pampa. Dorothy Aguilar, you are the contestant.
Run, clock, run. We want to give away a VCR.
Stephenville will take on next week in the state quarterfinals if nothing bizarre happens here for the last quarter and a half on. The winner tomorrow
bizarre.
of Hershey and Borger. Throwing out in the flats. Hunter catches 35. First down across 40. Up to the 45-yard line. He's run out of bounds. A great flare pattern from Hunter and a good pass from Luker to find him in motion, running out in the flats. Gain of 13 yards. First and 10 Stevenville at their own 45-yard line.
Anyway, you were saying Borger and Hershey.
Borger and Hershey. And what's interesting, if Borger is able to win that ball game, Borger lost earlier this season 14-12 to this Pampa school that Stevenville's up 42-0 on in the third quarter.
Remember, this is a team that came in averaging only giving up 10.8 points a game on defense.
Under 6 minutes. Pitch to the outside. Hunter. Flags come down.
Was he going to throw the ball?
Don't give that one away yet, but the play clock had run out. But he kind of had that look, didn't he?
Was he going to throw the football?
Maybe we ought to be quiet. Servetto, do we need to be quiet about that? he said thumbs up. All right, Johnny, be quiet.
All right, sorry.
5:58 to go. It's so much fun being in big press boxes with glass between all the booths because you can look down and see your buddies all the way down there. So the ball will be marched back to the 40-yard line.
He also told me to be quiet about that play in the first half.
Inside trap handoff. Tinklenberg, big running room up to the 46-yard line. He dives the last 3 yards as he lands on his backside.
And bounces.
At about 7-yard gain.
Boy, that is a play that Tinklenberg has just got to love when they call. He's made, that's the shortest gain out of the last 4 carries that he's had.
And
2 last week, 2 this week.
6, almost 7 on that one. 5.5 and counting. Stevenville has second down and a short 9 needed. They need to get just almost to the 45-yard line of Pampa. Luker's under center, 2 backs behind him, 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Straight handoff is Ferrasis. Ferrasis will go for no gain, and it'll set up 3rd down and 9. And boy, the Jackets really keeping the ball on the ground and being very conservative to keep the clock running.
5 minutes left in the third quarter. I think we're going to give away a VCR, Boots. Well, leave it to me to curse a deal.
What time? Yeah, exactly. What was the time on the clock when this drive started? 7:21. So this is one of the longer drives of the game so far for Stevenville, as if they're at the 4:49 mark and counting. Luker's in shotgun, trips to the near side, 2 receivers far side. 3rd down and 9. Luker audibilizing at the line, setting up, looking to throw. Across the middle, has Combs wide open. It's over his head. He was wide open on the play, and Luker slaps his hands together because he had A.B. Combs clearing at the 20. He makes connection. It is a touchdown.
And you could tell when he threw the football that it was going to be an incomplete pass. He did not have quite enough air under it. You know, I said on the drive up, you'll remember I said, I think Kellen gets 400 yards passing tonight. He almost did that in the first half. That may have been his last chance to do it, though.
He has in the ball game 336 yards, and that would have put him very close to 400 on that play. So Evett looking to the sideline, trying to decide on the punt situation. He is back to punt now. Back deep is Rourke for the Harvesters. 42-0, 4.5 to go. Snap back. Kick is away. Spiraling kick will be taken at the 20 by Rourke. He's to the 25, and he's tackled at the 26-yard line by a whole host of Jackets. He might get to the 27. 32 yards on the kick, and Pampa will start 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
4:26 to go in this Rent City Superstore third quarter, Boots, and again, our contestant Dorothy Aguilar, is that right?
That's correct. Of Stephenville.
Boy, this is a relaxed football game.
It is in the second half, and it's getting a little relaxed in the booth, too, isn't it?
I think the fans are as relaxed as the players were when they started.
Handoff over the right side to the fullback. First man through goes forward for about 2 yards. He'll get to the 29-yard line on the carry. That was Greer.
Boots, as I look down, I see players in the game with no names on the back of their shirts.
Jay Veer's up getting playing time right now. Boy, speaking of a Jay Veer, we saw getting some playing time on extra points. Number 75, Ron Smithwick. This is a huge man, up a sophomore, 6'1", 280 pounds. He has huge, broad shoulders. Several other JVers getting some playing time right now. Misdirection goes to Johnson. He's in some trouble, and he'll be thrown down for a big loss. Back at the 27-yard line, making the tackle for the Jackets was Rob Harrison, a 6'1", 235-pound junior getting some playing time now.
Also 68, Nathan Wilson, who is a 5'10", junior. He's in there as well. Gordon Carroll and also Clark Boone at the ends. We'll check on the, let's see, that's Cam Ferguson, outside linebacker. Who is that in the middle? 90 something. Or is it 9? Nope. It's a 90 number. Guard side on the far side.
It might be Silva, 99, a sophomore, 185-pound linebacker. We'll wait to see after this play. Play action. Looking to throw. It is Silva. Up and incomplete. The intended receiver was Amos Valmores. It is good throw to him, but he's not able to hold on.
Keel's also in there. Feltz. And Jason Bragg.
Golly.
Who is 24?
24 comes off the field. We don't have him listed. Jason Bragg. 306. How long has it been since we've said his name in play-by-play? Getting set to kick is Barnes for the Harvesters. It is 4th down and 10. Riles and Carwell back deep, standing at their own 40-yard line. Kick is away. Another big, booming, spiraling kick, but this one will go out of bounds, and Stevenville will have pretty good field position at the 45-yard line of their own with 2:59 to go. 27 yards on the kick. No return because of the huge hang time and it going out of bounds. Things looking good for Miss Aguilar.
Well, this ought to be the one where they can just run the clock out. Of course,
well, Evan is
Stevenville to hold the ball 3 minutes. That's an eternity.
Evan has come into the game at quarterback, and a bunch of new offensive linemen for the Jackets. We'll try to figure out who all these guys are. I see Matt McGinn is in there. Smithwick, who we already talked about.
Sterling Doty's in at center. Keggins.
Evan under center, pitch to the near side. In some trouble is Ferrazes, but he'll get forward for 1 yard. Could have been stopped in the backfield, but he surges forward. The fullback is Tinklenberg. T.J. Douglas is in there running some tight end. As you said, Keggins is in there.
Is that 64 down there, Boots?
John, these are some of our guys that are going to be playing for us next year. That offensive line out there right now is going to average about 275, 280.
Ron Smithwick hasn't missed many meals.
That's a big man.
That is a big young man.
As a sophomore. What a huge offensive line Stevenville will have next year again. Evan under center, 2 backs behind him. Now Ferrazes goes in motion to the far side. Evan setting up, looking to throw. Back to Douglas. Good catch is made, and then he drops the football. Oh, Douglas had enough for the first down, and he's upset with himself that he couldn't hold on to the football. It sets up 3rd down and 9 for the Jackets at the 2:11 mark in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you got to make that catch, big fella.
Douglas, another sophomore. Also O'Neill in the game, a junior.
Evan put that one right on the money.
Getting some time at receiver. Also Ben Lilly in the game right now. Evan under center. Play action. Evan setting up, looking to throw. Throwing the ball to O'Neill. Makes a catch down to the 43-yard line. It is enough for the first down, and a good pitch and catch from Evan to O'Neill. Goes for 13 yards, and Stevenville gets a first down at the 43 of Pampa. And what a great soft touch Evan had on that throw.
Boy, that pass is nothing but touch, isn't it? And you're exactly right. That'll run the clock down under 2 minutes now to go in the 3rd quarter, Boots.
As you mentioned, Sterling Doty in there as well. There are 3 offensive linemen right now that are out there that are sophomores. And there may be more than that as we keep going. Handoff, Ferrazes inside the 40, to the 39, 38, 37, to the 36-yard line. Jimmy Ferrazes with his best carry of the evening.
He's got a great spin at contact, doesn't he?
Because it always spins him forward. You get an extra couple yards.
That's a great move.
A pickup of 8 on the run for Jimmy Ferrasis.
So I guess Kellen Luker is finished on the evening.
336 yards, 15 out of 21. 3 touchdowns. Another monster afternoon or evening ball game for Luker. Evan under center. Play action. Evan setting up, looking to throw. Throwing the deep fade pattern up, and it's intercepted back at the 4-yard line. The ball was underthrown. It was intended for Keel. Keel had a step on the defender on the play, who was Jared Bowles, the cornerback. It was underthrown, and Bowles was able to step up and make the pick. Pampa will start 1st and 10 at their own, we'll call it the 7. Is that the first turnover in the game for Stephenville?
I believe you're right.
That is the first turnover.
So Kellen Luker will be right at 3,756 yards when he plays next week, and 39 touchdown passes on the year.
He probably goes over 4,000 yards next week in the quarterfinals. 58 seconds remaining here in the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Harvesters up to the line. It is Rourke on a keeper across the 10 to the 15 to the 16-yard line. A pickup on the play of about 9.
Should get one more play in this quarter, and that should do it, unless they throw a pass here.
44 seconds in counting. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing.
Stephenville scored in every quarter last week. Not going to do that here unless there's a turnover on this play.
Rourke brings them up to the line. 3 backs, Johnson and Greer behind the quarterback. Running the option. Cuts up, gets to about the 20-yard line. Maybe the 21 again on that play of another 5 to 6 yards. It stops the clock momentarily as they set the chains, and the ball at the 21, 1st and 10 for the Harvesters.
And Richard Silva, the sophomore, in on that tackle.
Playing some middle linebacker for the Jackets. Let's see, who else is in there right now? Also for Stephenville on defense, Josh Martin is in there, which probably means that also as well as Gartside is in there, I'm thinking. Jeff Scott is in there as well.
Yeah, number 9, Jeff Scott.
Playing a little cornerback on the far side. Play action. Throwing out in the flats. The ball is up and caught at the 31-yard line. Making the catch is 85. That's Blake Baldridge. That will be just short of the yardage for a first down after the completion from Rourke. That will do it for the end of the Rent City Superstore third quarter. Our score, Stephenville 42, the Pampa Harvesters nothing, and congratulations to Dorothy Aguilar. You can go by the Rent City Superstore, shop and pick up at the Stephenville Plaza your new VCR. Fourth quarter's up next. We're back in 30 seconds on KSTV.
Once again, it's time for us to show our support for Yellow Jacket football. That means a lot of traveling. The all-new 99 Chevy Silverado pickup will get you there safely, in comfort, and in style. I invite you to stop by and see our staff about this all-new Chevy truck. And when you do, you will meet a staff that genuinely cares about you and your family. We consider ourselves family and encourage you to do the same. From all of our staff to you, travel safely and go Jackets!
There are a lot of good reasons to have insurance. Whether you call them Michael or Ashley, Lexi or Scott. And because you want to be there for them, your State Farm agent is there for you with the Family Insurance Checkup. It allows you to see how your coverage measures up and pick the plan that's right for your family's needs. So call for your free Family Insurance Checkup today.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back as we start the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is brought to us by Techstar Ford, right next to our location there in Stephenville. And Johnny, 10:30, still have a quarter to play.
Yeah, this has been just kind of a weird day, and it hadn't really felt like a Friday night, but, you know, we're playing football on Friday night after Thanksgiving. You got to love that as a Stephenville fan.
And now we'll be playing in December. Stephenville with a win today will advance to at least the quarterfinals for the 7th time in the last 9 years.
Yeah, that's strong.
6 out of the last 7. Rourke is under center. Now flags come down. Illegal procedure against the Harvesters will back the ball up to the 25, actually the 26-yard line.
Boy, just Just another great football game. 42 points in the first half for Stephenville, but, oh, by the way, 0 for Pampa. Don't forget that.
We'll go to Steve Rouse after this play, ask him if he's having a good time on the sideline.
Certainly relaxed.
Running the option, Rourke on a keeper will get across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. A pickup of 6 on the play. Stevie, everybody having a good time right now?
They're playing backgammon and canasta, kicking helmets around. It's as relaxed down here as it would be in a scrimmage.
How was it, Steve, before the game? Were they relaxed even before the game?
John, I may just completely miss it, but they seemed as loose as I said at halftime as they were in in preseason practice. They just didn't seem like this atmosphere, the noise, or being in Texas Stadium affected them at all.
Jim straight ahead to the fullback, goes forward for about 1 yard, and boy, you can tell when the band started because they are right in front of Steve Ross right now.
Yeah, that was just, that's a good point that he makes, that this team, they looked, we saw them before, during the Highland Park game, they were sitting up in the stands, just everybody's kind of kicked back, relaxed, and, you hope that that's the way you are, and coming into this big house like this, maybe the first time for a lot of these kids.
That fullback was Greer on the carry for 3 yards. 12 carries, 43 yards for him. Rourke on a keeper will get to about the 38-yard line. He tried to stretch forward for the first. He will be a couple of yards short, and it'll be 4th down.
Surely they'll punt.
It'll be 4th and a long 2 with 10:38 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. And it looks like they'll send out the punt crew.
Stephenville's going to be way off of their average in points. Well, not way off.
One more touchdown and it hits their average.
Yeah, that's right. I was thinking total yardage, which is 556. What in the world are we doing? There we go.
Snap back. Barnes' kick is away. Will be fair caught by Cardwell at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Stephenville offense will begin after the 29-yard kick.
By far the worst punt of the night for that young man. He's had some big ones.
That same offense that's been going the last couple drives back out on the field for Stephenville. 10:03 mark. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. Stephenville getting the winner of tomorrow's Borger and Wichita Falls Hershey game. That contest taking place at Jones Stadium, the home of Texas Tech, out in Lubbock. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock kick. Be sure and tune in tomorrow to John Hollinger's Texas Style Saturday night at 7 o'clock. We should have the site and date as Tinklenberg decides he wants to carry half of Pampa on his back for a few yards. Problem was he was carrying him sideways and a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah, we should know sometime after about 5 o'clock, didn't Coach Brown say, where the site and who would be involved in it? So, well, yeah, if you'll just listen to the radio station around 7 o'clock when we do that show, we'll sure have all that information for you. That being said, I know the phone will ring about 300 times.
Sure.
But
well,
that's all right. That's why we're there.
Today, we got a lot of phone calls, and that's what we want to be, is the voice of Stephenville for all your information. And you can tell there's a lot of concerned Stephenville fans when we probably took 200 phone calls today trying to figure out what the situation was going to be in Texas Stadium. Jimmy Ferrazis takes a carry, for maybe a yard. It'll set up now 3rd down and 11 for Stephenville as the clock continues to run with 9:08 and counting in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. Well, it's been since week 10 of the regular season since the Stephenville defense has thrown a shutout.
Hey, that's a good point. It's always nice to have a shutout in the playoffs, Boots. They're certainly trying to do that tonight.
Makes a statement, especially 3rd round deep.
Yeah.
Evan, play action, rolling the near side, in some trouble, but makes one man miss. Throwing on the flats, a catch, and Douglas cannot hold on to it. It would have been very close to the yardage needed for the first down. It was in his hands, but he got rocked when he tried to make the catch.
Yeah, he's a little slow getting up, too. But he's up.
So it sets up 4th down. 4th and 12 for Stephenville. 8:36 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. And Coach Lonergan has promised me that he will phone it in to me tomorrow as soon as they find out something.
Oh, okay, great. Browse in at quarterback? Oh, no, they're punting.
Evatt back to punt. Snap back. Kick is away. Booming, spiraling kick. High hang time that will chase the return man Rourke back to his own 24. He gets out to about the 32-yard line, and a late flag comes down. 46 yards. That's probably the best kick of the day as far as especially hang time is concerned.
Oh, man, that was a boomer. You're correct.
4.2 on the hang time. Jay Cobb had his stopwatch going. Jay, are you fibbing? Yeah, he's fibbing. All right, let's wait and see what this flag is.
Well, it's against the Harvesters.
Did Rourke signal a fair catch and then run?
I wasn't watching him. I was watching the ball. And that great hang time. Yeah.
It is.
Oh, illegal substitution?
Before the play, before the kick, we might get. Is that an automatic first down? No.
Mm-hmm. It's a 15-yard penalty, isn't it?
I don't think that's. No, that's not what that is. Servetto, help us out. What was that call?
Wait a minute, I'll tell you.
You got your little handy-dandy deal over there?
I got
both hands on the head. Illegal substitution? I thought that was... There it is, right? No, that's not it either.
Illegal participation.
All right, so that is an automatic first down for Stevenville. They get the ball back at the 45-yard line of their own after they march off the penalty. Illegal participation. Yeah, notice that Servetto didn't want to help us out. He didn't know either on that play.
He's busy working.
Straight ahead handoff to Tecklenburg. He gets out to about the 48-yard line. He may not even be listening anymore.
And who can blame him?
He is. He's looking down to us now.
He's working.
You know, he and I went and got a dog at halftime together.
Now, you shouldn't be telling that.
And it was a good story because he puts ketchup and mustard on his dog.
Oh,
and I
Steve
said, what's
Ross.
up with that? And he goes, it's a North thing, guy.
Yeah. Well, Steve Ross does it too. He's from Tennessee.
It is second down and 8 for the Jackets. Handoff over the right side for Rosses. Takes a big kick, but still keeps going out to about the 47-yard line of Pampa. And boy, that Ferrassis just keeps his feet moving and the spin move as well.
Boy, he took a big shot too. It just bounced off and kept going. There's 4 Harvesters just struck out on the ground.
Third down and 2 for Stephenville. They need to get to about the 45-yard line. It's sitting at the 47 of Pampa. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. 7:21 and counting in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter.
Boy, Pampa just wants to get this over with.
Boy, that's going to be a long drive home to the northern portion of the Texas Panhandle. Well, that's up above Amarillo.
I know, been there.
Evatt under center, giving to Ferrassis. Ferrassis will try to get forward for the first. He will not get it. He'll be stopped at the 46-yard line. It'll be 4th and 1 upcoming.
Just go for it.
Stephenville will... No signal yet.
They're going to go for it.
6:45 and counting. They just now whistle the play clock, so they can run a bunch of time here. 4th and a long one for the Jackets. It sits just outside the 46, and they need to get to the 45. Evatt under center, 2 backs behind him for Rosses and Tecklenburg. Evatt on a keeper by himself, and he'll be brought down on a loss on the bootleg. Not faked on the naked bootleg is number 67 for the Harvesters, and that is Andy Schroeder, and he made a nice job at the defensive end to not be fooled or sucked inside, and the ball will be turned over on downs as the naked bootleg is caught. Is there any kind of penalty for being caught in a naked bootleg?
There ought to be.
1st and 10 for the Harvesters at the Stephenville 48-yard line. 6:17 to go in the game. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. Running the option is Rourke. Now play action. He sets up, throwing deep across the middle. It's knocked away at the last moment. Good defense downfield by Trey Phelps. Stepped in front of the pass and knocked it away from the intended receiver. That was Justin Barnes.
Boots, if you watch a lot of Tech Boy, you can tell this game's out of hand. If you watch a lot of Cowboy games from Texas Stadium.
Sure.
There's a guy that runs the chain that's real recognizable, has been there for years. Is that him down there on the sideline? It's not? You know what I'm talking about? It's not big enough? Okay.
That is a big old boy that runs the chains.
Well, not the one holding the down marker.
Rourke in some trouble, escapes from one man, but not the second. Gordon Carroll obliterates after about a 3-yard loss. First there for the Jackets was Zach Swain. He slowed Rourke down on the keeper. Rourke got away from him, reversed his field, and as soon as he did, hello.
Yeah, you're right. That guy's not big enough.
3rd down and 13 now for the Harvesters. And John, the second half has just been a situation where Stevenville's just tried to be very conservative with the football, let a lot of people get a lot of playing time,
And get the game over
and
with.
get it over with and get out of here injury-free. Under center, Rourke keeping. Follows his man through the hole, gets across the 45-yard line, tackled at the 45. It'll be 4th down and about 7 coming.
And that was Silva again on another tackle. Boots, in the Highland Park Colleyville Heritage game, we had another young man that got hurt. Was it the Colleyville quarterback?
Yes. I don't know, I was not watching that. Jacob will find that for us.
Yeah, Tom Check, the quarterback.
4th down and 7. We'll get to that right after this play. Rourke under center, one back behind him. Play action, setting up, looking to throw the deep ball. Just out of the hands of the intended receiver on the play. It was Eric Greer. The ball will turn over on downs back to Stevenville at the 45 of their own. John, your story?
Anyway, the young man's name was Tom Check. Tom Check. He's a senior, and they took him off in an ambulance, had him taken care of much like Derek Haney last week with a obvious neck injury, and we just wish the best for him.
That was very late in that ball game too, when it was pretty much already decided.
Yeah, he was on a rushing play, and he went down hard, and we just hope the best for that young man and his family.
Well, a little bit of the future. Kendall Browse hands the ball to Wright. Wright gets across to the 45, making the 46 of Pampa. A gain of almost 10 on the play. We'll spot it at the 45. It is a gain of 10. And I say the future. Kendall Browse running the offense, and he's probably the man you see as the signal caller next year on this Stevenville offense.
Well, I would think so.
Kevin Wright, the senior, picks up 10 yards. Well, they're not going to give him the first, are they? Well, we officially have to mark that as 9. Kendall back under center, 2 backs behind him. Double wingback look on the near side. Handoff getting the first down is Wright. He will get to the 45-yard line, almost the 44.5. This will be very close to the yardage needed.
I don't think he got it.
First down signaled by the referee. He's probably ready to get home too. Well, not a lot of total yardage in the second half for Stephenville, but when you've got the numbers they did at the first half and leading 42-0, it's not really necessary.
It's not important. It's wins. Moving on and playing next week in the playoffs. That's all that matters.
And realize this is a Stephenville team that had some injuries coming in last week, after last week's game, their first experience on turf. And it looks like a team, Stephenville today, that doesn't have any injuries. Inside trap handoff to Tinklenberg. Tinklenberg, a loss of 1 on the play. Let's go to Steve Ross about that information right now. Steve, if you're still down there, is there anyone that's even gotten close to any kind of injury today?
No, Boots. The Cross Timbers Orthopedics injury updates have all been good news tonight. You know, there are going to be some bruises and some bumps, and I'm sure some kids probably picked up some blisters playing on this turf tonight. But so far, Stephenville's out injury-free, and I know everybody's thankful for that.
All right, thank you, Mr. Ross. It's 2nd down and 11 for Stephenville at the Pampa 46-yard line. Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. We are under 3 minutes to go in the game. Browse on a keeper, and he will be stopped back in Stephenville territory at the 49. Browse was trying to run a variation of the naked bootleg, and he got caught. This is a very disciplined Pampa defense. John, you and I talked about that earlier. They just didn't have the defensive backfield to keep up with our passing attack today.
No, and they didn't have the guns on offense either, and we kind of felt like that going in. But yeah, their front seven's not bad, but that secondary was a little suspect coming in, and now the truth be known.
3rd down and 15 for the Jackets at the Pampa at the Stephenville 48. Pitch to the near side right in a lot of trouble, and he'll be stacked up behind the line for about a 1-yard loss.
Remember, it was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. In fact, 3:56 to go in the first quarter. It was a couple of teams that, you know, to use an overused cliche in sports, like a couple of heavyweights just bouncing back and forth, battling, not really doing anything, 3 and out, a couple of first downs. That was it. And then, with 11:57 to go in the first half, Browse scores, and then they get the ball right back on that interception by Browse, and they scored 2 touchdowns, and it was over at that point, 21-0.
A couple linemen on that last series getting some playing time, Chance Stacy and John Gilbert. Jackets now getting set and ready to punt. Evan stands at his own 30. And now a flag comes down, and is this illegal participation again?
No,
delay a game. I was fixing to say goodness.
Yeah, delay a game.
1:37 to go in the Techstar Ford fourth quarter. Stevenville on top 42-0. Well, we won't know anything about the site or which day or what time, because the contest is tomorrow, 1 o'clock, Jones Stadium, between Borger and Hershey. Tune in to KSTV tomorrow night about 7 o'clock. We will have that information for you as John starts his little show he does on Saturday evenings. Kick is away. Good high spiraling kick that will be fair caught at the 21-yard line. Fair catch is made by Bryant Smith. 37 yards, no return. Good hang time again for Evans.
I think I just felt a little bit of a cool breeze blow in.
Well, you know, I have seen some forecasts that say rain tomorrow.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe Shane Hollinger can give us an update on what the forecast is at our next break, and then we'll give that to you.
Well, I wonder what it'll be like out in Jones Stadium.
It is 1st and 10 for the Harvesters at their own 21-yard line. A minute and a half remaining in the game. Rourke still in the game at quarterback. Running the option. Rourke will pitch out. He pitches to Johnson. Johnson finds a seam, got to the 26-yard line. A pickup of 6 on the play, and the clock keeps running.
And it looks like Stephenville might pitch a shutout, and well, I like that even better than the 42.
Well, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. With the win this evening, Stephenville will advance to at least the quarterfinals now for the 7th time in the last 9 years. Running the option is Rourke again, setting up. He is hit but escapes, and then is slowed down at about the 28-yard line, and the sling job was put on by Rob Harrison. Swain was in there first to hit Rourke, slowed him down, and then Harrison got in there and whipped him around.
Junior Chad Hodges just now checking into the game boots, number 40. A lot of different folks getting some playing time on the floor of the Dallas Cowboys.
Nathan Wilson is in the game, playing a little defensive end right now, and some linebacker.
This should be the last play of the game.
18 seconds and counting. Rourke under center, the 2 backs behind him. Play action. Looking to throw the deep ball out in the flats. It's through the hands of the intended receiver, high over his head. He tried to get his hands extended just off his fingertips out of bounds. Good coverage out there for the Jackets, number 24, and that young man is limping. We don't have a name for 24, but he's got one of the no-name jerseys on the back, so you think he's probably one of the JV guys.
And
and now they're looking for a cornerback, as Keel will run out there and play a little cornerback. As 24 will limp to the sideline. That man is in some pain right now. 10 seconds in remaining. Inside run for Rourke. Rourke gets out to about the 36-yard line. That will stop the clock momentarily with the setting of the chains on that 4th down. As soon as they set the ball, they'll start the clock with 3 seconds.
Well, the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins all have a 7-4 record, Boots.
And that will do it. 3 seconds runs off. That's the end of the 4th quarter, brought to us by Techstar Ford, and the end of our ball game. The final score, Stephenville 42, Pampa nothing. Stephenville advances to the state quarterfinals. That'll be next week.
Okay, 42-0 our final, advancing past the third round. And, Coach, it didn't look like a playoff game. You guys just dominated from opening whistle to the end.
Well, I mean, our players came out and did exactly what we want to do, and that's dominate the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And, that's what's won for us this year. I mean, we're playing great up front, both sides of the ball. We're playing great special teams, and we're playing intelligent football. So if we'll continue at this pace, I mean, we're going to be an awfully hard football team to beat. And, our guys have a lot of confidence right now. I mean, we feel like we're a team of destiny, and, we're on a mission. So, we just got to ride this thing out as long as we can.
From all phases of this ball game, you guys played extremely well tonight. Like you said, special teams, defense, offense. It's kind of hard to pick anything that really looked bad, did it?
Well, I mean, I can't find anything from our standpoint. We'll have to look at the video, but I'm just proud of our players. I mean, we came in here and, played in a great atmosphere. Our fans are just the best fans in the state of Texas. I mean, we're watching that game before us, and, we're commenting, hey, these people don't know how to cheer for a game. They're fixing to find out how you go to a football game and have fun. And, we're just thankful for where we're at right now, and, we just hope we can continue this all the way to a state championship.
Any differences in the team you may play next week? You got, the choice, obviously. Any difference of how those guys play?
Not really. I mean, we just got to play ball. We got to keep doing what we're doing. I mean, we control ourselves, and if we can do that, like I said, things will work out fine for the Yellow Jackets.
All right. Good luck, Coach.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Art Browse, head coach of the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. They made it look easy tonight, 42-0 over Pampa. 3 down, 3 to go. We'll see you next week on Nothing But Sports. So long, everyone.